children's children. Like they've all said, let's love again. It feels so good to love. It's like last time. Touch the person next to you and say, I love you. You were born to be great. That's it for us. From the Ministry of Social Services, we always say from dependency, because that's it. When we move away from values, we begin to depend on the government rather than the order that God has established as He is the source and the government at all. From dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. We love you. See you next time.
A production of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, where we move our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Today is Thursday, September 18th, and welcome to What's Trending. It's not just any Thursday, it's our final day of one-year anniversary celebrations. And joining me in studio is none other than the Bahama Beauty, your favorite social media correspondent, stepping in as my co-host today.
Yes, honey, I had to make an entrance. I mean, what's a celebration without a little sparkle?
Well, you've definitely been bringing the sparkle all year long. Tell the people what's it really been like working side by side with me on this show.
Let's just say fabulous chaos. You bring the spice and I bring the shine. And somehow we keep this place hotter than summer in Nassau.
And somehow we still manage to keep it cute for TV.
Keyword, somehow. But honestly, it's been a blast and I couldn't ask for a better partner in crime.
Oh, well, before we get too sentimental, let's get into what's coming up in the show because trust me, you don't want to miss this lineup. Well, first up, we had a very special guest join us on set. Our general manager congratulated us on our 1 year of What's Trending.
And you know, I had to bring the glam, but Jiminita brought the depth. She sat down with the beautiful Cecilia Cooper, getting personal, digging deep, and let's just say, Mrs. Cooper dropped a few gems you definitely want to hear.
And to top it all off, we're ending our week-long celebration with the princess of the islands herself. She's here in studio, and trust me, she's rocking the mic with her brand new single.
So a little inspiration, a little celebration, and a whole lot of vibes. This is how you close out a party. So keep your dials locked in. We'll be right back after this break.
That's what I'm talking about.
Got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Like, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, boy.
I need the $10 special plate.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it.
Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
We're officially celebrating 1 year of What's Trending. It's been a journey full of creativity, conversation, and connection. And now we're taking a moment to chat with the general manager, Clint Watson, to get his take on whether the show has met or even exceeded expectations. Welcome back to the show, Watson.
It's good to be here. I'm absolutely excited to always be on the big show.
You know it's the big show, get that right? It's been a year of What's Trending, and as the general manager, you've had a front row seat to all of that. So is the show what you envisioned it would look like when you added it to the evening lineup a year ago?
It's underperforming. No, I'm just joking. I think it has exceeded, far exceeded, I should say, our expectations. When we came up with the concept of What's Trending, we wanted a lifestyle show that people can, you know, in the evenings relax to and enjoy and get some good content and be able to get information as well. And it was lighthearted. It was well done, a great production. Have we done that? We've achieved that. You look great every evening. It's sharp, it's in color, great camera work, great content. And I think I must shout out to the producers of What's Trending for consistently having great ideas, reinventing the wheel, never allowing the show to get stale, coming up with new concepts, new ways. It's by far the most trending, recognized show in entertainment in the country today. And I think that speaks to the kind of work and effort by the team who puts What's Trending together every day.
And thank you for that. That's very kind. So what has this past year meant for you personally, and what's been the biggest surprise along the way?
I think for me, the past year has been seeing people become familiar with the product. It's one thing to put a great product out there and people don't know about it, but it's another thing when you put a great product out there and people are talking to you about it and asking, oh, they're making a request to come on any of our ZNS shows. They say, how do we get on What's Trending?
Yes.
And you're like, oh, you know the name,
of
you know
course.
the show. So that tells you that people actually recognize it, they respect it, and they like what it does, and that means they recognize that it's reaching people.
So growth, of course, never comes without its fair share of growing pains. So what were some of the key challenges you and the team had to overcome to bring What's Trending to air?
They had some people on the show like Ashley, they don't respect me. They talk to me any kind of how.
That's how you're talking about the Bahama Beauty?
Yeah, the Bahama Beauty, I have no respect. Bahama Beauty, if she asks her something, and I, you know, professionally as a gentleman, they say, no, I'm not going to do that. She'd be like, man, screw you. But she don't say screw. I think, oh, you know, are you rating me?
No reading.
But it's funny because they, you know, we have that kind of relationship where if they want something, Davina, I tell you, Watson, now I need this, right? And of course, you know, the big show that brings in the revenue.
We get into the revenue part of it too.
Yeah, so it's been, I wouldn't even call it a challenge. It's just that I hope that every time I see them, and they will tell you, we have a thing, because my show comes on after theirs, and so they're in the room working on the next day when I'm coming off air at 9 o'clock at night, and I have to pass them, and I always try to talk to them because I know if they see me, they can ask us something.
Of course.
So I always try to zip past the room. I remember just a couple of days ago trying to do almost broke the door down in Master Controls, trying to hide from them because I know they can always ask for something. And my thing is always, will I be able to deliver on their ask? Because I know when they ask for something, they're not just being exorbitant. They're doing it because they really want to see it go to the next level. And my fear is always, will I be able to meet their demands? So there's always that fear when they ask something, will I be able to deliver on it?
Well, we know that the numbers speak for themselves. The show is doing incredibly well, especially as it relates to sales. How proud are you of this product and the dedicated team that has worked tirelessly to get it out there?
For far too long in ZNS, we put on these great shows and they don't yield any result. Like, so they last like a season and it goes away because these things cost money.
Of course.
And so to now be able to be in a season where the shows actually are able to yield results financially, which is what the business model is all about, right? Not just giving you great TV, but being able to afford and pay for the great TV. And so being able now to put shows on the air that are actually bringing in revenue says a whole different thing. It takes the whole bar to a different level, and it allows a corporation to transform with its finances because we're now bringing in money from the products that we're producing, and that's the mandate of what we're to do. And so I'm proud of it, because at the end of the day, I can say to my bosses and say to the people that I go to and to the board, this is working. Look at the figures here. It's working. Let's do more of this. I'm the general manager, but I don't take ownership of the show. And that's what I want people in this corporation to do. Whatever you're given to do, own it, because it's your name, it's your signature. And that's what I see happening with what's trending. And I'm looking forward to the new year of what's trending, greater things. I'm looking forward to seeing, I heard through the grapevine that Bahama Beauty is doing a sporting challenge in the next season. She's going to be running a marathon. She's training for that. I'm looking forward to that.
What kind of pressure? Are you joining or no?
You heard no such thing. That was a lie. So I'm excited about it. You guys have done a good job. You've been a gracious host. And I know this has been a transformation for you, because coming from hard mainstream news and then moving into entertainment, daytime TV, it's a transition. You've done an excellent job transitioning and still being able to do news for us as well. So you've been a jack of all trades. So I'm grateful to you for that. And even in your challenges, you've risen to the occasion, Jimmy.
Oh, thank you.
So I am honored. And I think this is one of the big successes that we'll have to tell about ZNS.
Well, high praise there from the GM. Sounds like I might finally be getting more than just some sound bites out of him.
No, and that's the energy we love. Just the right push to keep raising the bar.
And speaking of raising the bar, we've got something very interesting to chew on this week in economics. You all know Ben & Jerry's for its chunky, funky, activism-infused ice cream, but behind the sweet flavors, there's a serious split happening at the top.
Jerry Greenfield, one half of the legendary duo, has officially quit the company, and he's not exactly leaving with sprinkles and smiles. Sounds real sticky, but take a look as we dive deep into finding out why the ice cream maker is having difficulties.
Jerry says the brand's core values, social justice, activism, and speaking out, are being silenced by parent company Unilever, which took over back in 2000. While the acquisition promised to protect Ben & Jerry's unique voice, fast forward to now, and Jerry says those promises have melted away. In short, Jerry said the company no longer has the freedom to make decisions aligned with its values. Over the years, Ben & Jerry used its platform to tackle everything from climate change to racial injustice and even geopolitics. But that boldness clashed with Unilever's corporate strategy. The result? Creative tension, and now complete separation. The story hits a bigger business nerve. What happens when indie brands with strong values sell to big corporations? Sure, they gain reach and resources, but often they lose the very DNA that made them successful in the first place. As more companies look to scale or sell, Jerry's departure is a cautionary scoop. In today's climate, where brand identity is business, protecting your values isn't just a moral move, it's a strategic one. Because the cost of doing business shouldn't mean the cost of your voice. And that's been your Economics.
Diet-friendly special.
much do you really know about Mrs. Cecilia Cooper? Beyond the public appearances alongside her husband, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, Chester Cooper, there's so much more to her story.
In a recent sit-down, we had the chance to get up close and personal with this true gem of a lady. Here's a glimpse into the woman behind the title. Take a look.
So outside of your philanthropic work, tell us a bit about Mrs. Cooper. What is your professional background? What do? You say you work. You're not a woman of leisure, you work. So what do you do?
I'm not a woman of leisure. That sounds good though.
I know, right?
I'm in marketing and PR.
Okay.
And I'm the creative director at the BAF Global Group.
Okay.
So I have been in marketing and public relations for almost 20 years.
Okay.
And I've represented those brands along with others. And it's been exciting. I've also spent some time in financial services and investments. And it's been really a journey. Even during that time, I love to champion the rights of staff and persons.
Okay.
So certain things would have come into, I heard a couple no's and then certain things happen. And that's been a bit of a highlight for my career as well.
Yeah, so continuing to working. So do you see the connections between your professional skills and the way you lead in initiatives in Exuma and the keys?
Well, Jimenita, I like people. I remember I had a job where I was in back office, and it was miserable. I was miserable. It was terrible. I said, I can't do this job. I did it well, but it was just, I saw no one.
Yeah,
so the thing about marketing and PR is you don't really ever have the same day twice.
Right.
And you get to meet people. So I get to meet people. And same thing in Exuma. From the first day I went there, I was meeting people.
So what do you do to enjoy your downtime? Are there any hobbies that you like to unwind after big projects? What do you do?
Well, I enjoy reading, as boring as that sounds.
No, reading is fun.
I do read. I write poetry.
Okay.
I like documentaries and mostly crime dramas, that type of thing. I do like, and I do like the outdoors. I'm a bit of a geek, and I am shy. Most people
I don't believe that one.
Honestly, especially before it's time to speak, like before a show, I'm quite shy, because I'm more shy than people think.
So for someone who has never been to Exuma, what's one reason that they should book a trip?
Oh goodness,
I know it's a lot, but let's pick one.
The waters,
okay.
The beautiful. Before you even meet anyone, you're gonna see the water. You're gonna see the various blues, the different hues of blue. And before you speak to anybody, you're gonna see nature and the water before you get off the plane. And I think that is a big thing. The people are beautiful and warm and friendly, and the children will take your breath away every time.
What an inspiring conversation. It's always refreshing to see the grace, strength, and purpose behind the public profile.
Absolutely. Mrs. Cooper is a reminder that there's often so much more to the story, and we're so glad we got to share a part of hers with you.
And speaking of grace and going from sea to sparkle, today's Meet the Vendor Spotlight is serving up island glam like never before.
We're diving into the dazzling world of Baja Gala, the Bahamian brand turning shells, sands, and sunshine into wearable works of art.
Welcome to Celebration Key, Meet the Vendor series, where we sat down with our vendors one-on-one, where they shared their story and their journey to becoming vendors at Celebration Key.
I'm Tanisha Carey, and the name of my business is Baja Gala. I became jaded in high school. Everyone was wearing this popular designer, beautiful jewelry, but everybody was literally fitting in, and I wanted persons to stand out, and I wanted to create something, again, where everyone can tell their story. So right out of high school, I decided to start creating jewelry for myself, and persons just started taking it off my neck. I design authentic Bahamian jewelry I incorporate seeds, shells, gemstones, pearls to create something special for the individual. And I love telling a story with my pieces. So persons will be able to actually pre-book tours if they like. One of the wonderful, authentic things I'm offering at Celebration Key is that persons can actually come in, choose their design, and actually we assist them in creating their jewelry. So they have a hands-on experience. So they not only create something in the Bahamas, but they actually create something that was made by them within the Bahamas. So it keeps the authenticity going. They can choose from ready-made items. They can amend them as well if they want to personalize them. But they'll be able to come in and create their story at Baja Gala. And I think that's a priceless, priceless takeaway from the Celebration Key and, of course, from Grand Bahama. And I'm excited to share in that experience with them. I remember getting the call to come in and showcase my pieces from the Celebration Key team, and I went in, and I think they were surprised that I brought so much jewelry, but I wanted them to touch, to feel, to see exactly what I wanted to explain to them. And true story, before the meeting was done, by the time I got back to the Raven Mall, I had other Celebration team leaders in there vetting. I remember the first town hall meeting, and I was so intrigued that finally, I have the perfect platform to showcase my art. And like I said, pre-Dorian, and after Dorian hit, there was doubt, if Celebration Key is still going to be interested in creating such a magical platform. And then, of course, COVID happened. So I remained resilient, as Celebration Key did, and I am just so honored to be chosen by them, but I'm so happy for their investment in Grand Bahama, that they stuck it through and that they are here. It's happening. I still have to pinch myself that it's happening, and I have the honor of being a part of it. I'm Tanisha Carey, designer and CEO of Baja Gala Jewelry, and I cannot wait to have you stand out in my authentic Bahamian jewelry at Baja Gala at Celebration Key. Why fit in when we were designed to stand out?
Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
Today on What's Trending, we've got someone who's no stranger to fire. She's a businesswoman, activist, artist, and a reality star. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And now that your season has passed and you've had time to reflect, what kinds of rules or platforms do you want to explore next? What story do you still want people to see?
The story that I want people to see, I'm not going back to TV.
Okay.
It was a strategic move for me, because when you're here, you're posting online and you're doing all these things, but you're hitting a wall because the algorithm only picks up what's entertaining from the country. You see how the schoolboys are going viral right now for the chains and stuff like that, and the dance and everything. You got to do a viral dance with things that are attached to the country in order to catch the viral moment. So bodies was a strategy for me to make myself known.
And a huge influence you definitely are.
Thank you.
Whether it's on stage, on screen, or on the front lines of change, Dia is doing the work and making it count. And now that we've gotten to know you a little better, Dia, we will be joined later in the show with you to perform your new single, Go Stupid. You don't want to miss that.
Are you ready to witness the Princess of the Islands light up the stage?
Of course I am. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's hear it for the one and only Dia performing her latest single, Go Stupid.
Turn it up right quick for me. Turn it up in my ears so I can feel how I'm about to. Top class. Hey, let me talk my Go Stupid Nike check. I can show you how to do it. Be a boss, push gas like Rubens. When it come to money, I speak that fluent. 10 toes on my feet. Ain't no other gal, just me versus me. Plus Lil John wanna get in my sheets. Trying to give me money just to keep the peace. They call it Baba Papa. Oops, it's got your baby father. Get moolah, leave right after. Can't no tell me nada. I survive, I ain't never been boring. On a place of where I soaring. Princess, but I kick the door in. Island, got him snoring. Why is trying to speak on my name? Trying to get in my, trying to get in my. And why is trying to give me their money? Trying to get in my, when they know they gotta. I sick of it. And anybody playing get dismissed. And anything I want, I get it. And anything you want, get it. Hey, yeah, I talk nice. Am I right? I don't think twice. No, I ain't gotta fight out of sight. They don't think twice. No, anything you do it proper. Plus you gotta get a little roster. Spin heads like a helicopter. Get your own cake, cause it's only just a topper. Let me talk.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Diet-friendly special.
I promised you, our viewers, the reveal of the caricature drawn by Ren Mortimer in yesterday's show, and here it is. Well, you know, no family celebration is complete without cake. And we've got ours right here in studio, all thanks to Teddy at Addiction Bakery.
Yes, but before we slice into this sweetness, we've got to give a huge thank you to our core team, production crew, glam master, master control, of course, ingest, sales and marketing, and you all make this show shine day after day.
And of course, to our viewers and our sponsors, you're the reason What's Trending is possible. We appreciate your support and energy more than words can say.
And since we can hand you, our viewers and sponsors, a slice through the screen, just know the first piece of cake goes to you. From us to you, cheers to many more years of trending together.
And we have a few persons in studio who has helped our show along the way. Please join us on set. Before we cut into it, though, we've got some more shout-outs and a big thank you to our resident decorator, Michelle Weeks, for making the set look stunning today.
And of course, the wonderful and most grateful Deputy General Manager of News and Local Programming, Miss Opal Roach. Thank you for approving us to celebrate in style.
We also want to thank all of you, our incredible guests who joined us this week to make our anniversary so special.
And we dare not forget Zaneo. Thank you for stepping in, participating, and bringing our vision to life. And tell Sarge I've got a couple people lined up for him to lock up when he's back in Nassau.
A happy 1-year anniversary, and here's to many, many more. We're gonna cut this cake, Ashley.
Yes, we are.
Bahama Beauty. Let's make it happen.
What a wine.
You're gonna have a toast?
Yes.
All right.
Here we go.
And who gets the first piece? Is it Davina?
It's our viewers.
Our viewers can get the first piece.
Sorry, Davina.
I feel like this is my party.
Yes, it is our party.
All right.
There you go.
Scoop in there.
Jimmy, that's you. And give the other one to Ashley.
So that's for our viewers.
Oh, wow.
Viewers, you see that? She give you a nice chunk of cake.
The biggest piece.
And see, here's your wine to toast.
Thank you.
Yes. So cheers to
Cheers
so
to
many more years of what's trending. We'll see you on Monday at 6 p.m. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Time to eat.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. The 21st Abaco Business Outlook gets underway with strong presentations from government officials and business leaders. Plus, officials at UB North outline new enrollment numbers and initiatives for students. And men across Grand Bahama are learning how to build wealth and manage legacies through a special seminar.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news, we begin with Abaco, the 21st Abaco Business Outlook, kicking off with a strong start. Business leaders, government officials, and supporters gathering for a day of powerful presentations, highlighted by numerous speakers, including Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Cecilia Cooper, with this year's theme focused on prioritizing inclusive and sustainable growth. Cooper says it couldn't be more timely as Abaco continues to show signs of strong economic recovery. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has tonight's top story.
Good to be here in Abaco.
It was a day of optimism and opportunity at the Abaco Beach Club as the 21st Abaco Business Outlook brought together business leaders, government officials, and community stakeholders. Insightful speakers including Deputy Prime Minister Cecilia Cooper, the tourism leader highlighting over $1.5 billion in foreign investment, more than 2,000 new jobs, and he also points to rising air arrivals as tourism bounces back strong.
Air arrival grew by 7.7% compared to 2024. Overall arrivals are 10.5% ahead of pre-Dorian levels. And air arrivals and airlift to Abaco is second in the country, only to Grand Bahama.
The tourism minister acknowledged that while the numbers are important, what matters most is how those visitor arrivals translate into real opportunities.
Tourism Development Corporation has been instrumental in driving this agenda, providing grants and training and access to capital for small and medium-sized enterprises, which are the backbone of Abaco's economy.
The tourism leader also shares that the government views Abaco capable of leading the boating and yachting sector, but they are committed to ensuring that growth does not come at the expense of sustainability.
We're safeguarding marine ecosystems because fisheries, boating, and tourism depend on each other. Our Blue Economy strategy recognizes that ocean is both our greatest treasure and our greatest responsibility.
The DPM touts that across the Bahamas, Abaco, Grand Bahama, Exuma, and Eleuthera, steady growth is underway. However, this growth brings challenges. He urges the business sector to partner with the government to address the pressing issues.
Challenges on our infrastructure, on our airlift, on our services, and of course, housing. Housing in all of these islands is a serious concern. And whilst many look to the government, I'm happy to be speaking with business people today because we find solutions.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
Meanwhile, Labor and Public Service Minister is sharing the path forward for Abaco during the 21st Annual Business Outlook. In her remarks, the Honorable Pia Glover-Rolle addressed several key areas, including national progress, labor and public service, promotions, immigration, and economic growth. Tonight, we focus on the path forward as the minister outlined major initiatives now underway on that northern island.
National progress has to include the local inclusion. That means Abaco has to feel this national progress too. And that's why we're here today.
Minister of Labor and Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover-Rolle, was among the first speakers at Abaco's Business Outlook, where she outlined the island's path forward and assured that recovery efforts are being matched with concrete action by the government.
Of course, we've spoken many times about the resilience that has been shown by Abaco. And it is important as a government that we honor your action, that we meet you there, we meet you halfway, that as you are resilient and as you are making things happen for yourself, that our government is able to support you.
Among the key initiatives is the establishment of a hydroponic farm. The government is also prioritizing basic infrastructure upgrades for Abaco residents.
Water upgrades, home repairs, drainage clearance, road works. These are all being accelerated with urgency thanks to your members of parliament and ensuring that Abaco is not forgotten.
Energy reliability is also a major focus following recent blackouts that affected homes and businesses.
The hybrid microgrid of solar and LNG that will strategically strengthen their energy reliability.
Officials say these projects will not only restore essential services, but also create jobs for residents, ensuring that Abaco's recovery reaches every community. Well, in other news, the students of and faculty of UB North have recently transitioned into their new location. Though some construction is still ongoing, it has not affected the 2025 enrollment, which continues to climb. Sherelle Deems has more in this report.
The new state-of-the-art UB North campus is buzzing with activity. Since being displaced from its East Grand Bahama campus, a result of Hurricane Dorian in 2019, the Northern Mingos has finally found a permanent place to nest. Vice President of Human Resources and UB North, Denise Barnes, says that there has been a significant bump in enrollment this semester.
We're happy to have students from other islands, and we want to see more. We want to see more students giving us an opportunity to educate them and to be a part of their growth as citizens of our country.
VP Barnes expressed that UB North is committed to providing the environment and settings necessary for its students to excel. The downtown Freeport campus, though still in its transitional phase, new facilities such as a computer lab and recreation room are opened for students, while a state-of-the-art library is soon to come.
For right now, we're just very thankful for our partnership with the Sir Charles Hayward Library, but we do have a state-of-the-art library that will be unveiled sooner than later. A Cafe Blue, that's about to open in the middle of October, and this is where students will be able to literally just grab and go, whether it's coffee, drinks, chip, and as our president, Dr. Robert Blaine says, it's all about student-focused excellence. That's what we're here for.
The Vice President says community support is vital for helping the youth access higher education. Though scholarship may seem like a major commitment, it can open the door to opportunity for those who are in need.
So many students who have what it takes to attend, but they may not have all of the financial support to be here. And so we are appealing to the public to support our young people.
Now, the good news is the fall 2025 enrollment at the University of the Bahamas has surpassed 5,200 students, a historic high since the COVID-19 pandemic, with UB North accounting for 500 of those students. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Thanks so much, Sherelle. Well, men across Grand Bahama are learning how to leverage opportunities to build and manage wealth. A recent seminar drew nearly 100 participants, equipping them with tools for business success, financial planning, and long-term legacy building. Raven Davis reports.
Thousands of men across Grand Bahama gathering for a breakfast seminar focused on building and managing wealth. The event, recently hosted at Gogo's Bahamian restaurant, drew some 95 registrants with discussions ranging from business opportunities to securing personal legacies. Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President Dylan Knowles says the goal is to strengthen every aspect of commerce, not just business ownership.
Most people don't really appreciate it, but only 5% of the citizens of a country are typically business owners. That means 95% are employees, and they are the customers that really drive commerce. So if we don't reach out to them and ensure that they have the capacity and the ability to continue to develop as individuals, they can't be good customers. If they can't be good customers, you can't have good commerce.
Knowles also highlighting how the business community is giving back by being intentional about hosting similar seminars.
We have 3 that are focused on women and 3 that are focused on men. And today we're addressing part 2 of the men's conference, talking about wealth and wealth management and wealth building.
Chief Investment Officer at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Derek Newbold, says billions of dollars have been earmarked for the city of Freeport. Take Carnival Celebration Key or Western Atlantic University School of Medicine, for instance, as he urged the men gathered here to position themselves to take advantage of the opportunities ahead.
Looking to take advantage of some of these opportunities from an entrepreneurial perspective, then what we want to do is show you how you can tap into some of these opportunities, show you the different opportunities that you can actually be looking at, what you should be looking at, or what you should be considering.
But the conversation wasn't just about creating wealth, it was also about preserving it for future generations. Senior Magistrate LaQuay Lang addressing the importance of probate and wills.
There are a lot of things that we can do as individuals to safeguard ourselves in the event we should die. That's true basic stuff like maybe having someone else secure on a bank account, or having a named beneficiary on an insurance policy, having someone named on your car, road traffic.
Now, this seminar was held in partnership with Invest Grand Bahama, with chamber officials emphasizing that the ultimate goal is to ensure Grand Bahama continues to grow. They stress that this requires collaboration between government, the Grand Bahama Port Authority, employers, and consumers working together to build a stronger economy. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
And still to come.
The Ministry for Grand Bahama partners with the Public Hospitals Authority for a life-saving blood drive. That story, sports, and more when we come back.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Attention shoppers! This Saturday, September 20th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. only. The Big Tent Sale is here and you won't want to miss it. We're talking plumbing supplies, electrical gear, housewares, bedsheets, pots and pans, and even Radio Shack electronics and gadgets. All under one big tent. Discounts up to 80% off. You heard right. For just one day only. First come, first serve. That's this Saturday, the 20th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Big Tent Sale.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Saturday, October 4th at 7 p.m. The Bahamas Red Cross presents the Starlight Soiree at the Grand Lucayan Great Lawn, featuring live performances by D-Mac and the Top Tier Band. Tickets are $125 at the Red Cross Center. Be there.
Do It Center is doing it again. Their end of month sale happens Friday and Saturday, September 26th and 27th, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. 20% off store-wide. Some restrictions apply. Visit them at the Del's Auto Product Complex, formerly Gold Rock Corp. Call 350-2316. Do It Center, where they help you get it done.
The Snack Place has the best variety at the best prices, from chips, cookies, and candies to $2 snack bags packed with goodies. Find them in the Sunset Commercial Plaza next to the bicycle shop in Caravelle Beach. They're open from Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Ministry for Grand Bahamas Collab unit is pairing up with the Public Hospitals Authority to host the Gift of Life Blood Drive. Minister Moxie sending out a clarion call throughout the island, explaining that this is a critical matter and 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives.
Rand Memorial Hospital is facing a critical shortage of blood. This isn't just a statistic. It's a lifeline for our loved ones, our neighbors, and our friends. These collaborations are the foundation of a stronger, more resilient community, especially when we are fighting for something as worthy as saving lives.
Laboratory manager at Grand Bahama Health Services says the need for blood is far greater than many realize, which is why it is necessary for persons to donate regularly. Meanwhile, senior project officer at the Ministry for Grand Bahama and Collab, Shinovia McBride, is encouraging the public to support the cause. She says that there are lots of prizes and surprises for participants.
We have patients who are cancer patients. We have young children who are sickle cell patients. We have patients who have heart problems. We have patients who are going into surgery. And so many of them are in need of blood.
We're open from 9 to 2 p.m. on Saturday. And of course, what would be a blood drive without incentives? We do have a lot of gifts and surprises in store for you. And like they said, please ensure that you have a meal 1 hour in advance of coming to donate blood.
Well, a longtime philanthropist within the Grand Bahama community is celebrating her 82nd birthday. Vicky Martel has been known throughout Grand Bahama for her Secret Santa give back efforts during the holiday season. But prior to that, she was a tenured educator, mainly in the West Grand Bahama district. As she was surrounded by people whom she impacted greatly over the years, Martel says people should know that she's more considerate and thoughtful throughout life.
Well, forget about yourself. Quit kissing your own butt and not too self-struck to spend time on themselves and let other people who needs it far more than they.
Despite the happy festivities, Martel notes that how unique Bahamian hospitality and culture truly is and wishes the entire world could adopt those same ideologies.
If a lot of other people in this world had Bahamian values, ideas, and thoughts of helping people, we'd all be much, much, much happier. The more you have, the less you have. And the less you have sometimes enables you to give a great deal more.
Always great to see Vicky, such a wonderful inspiration.
Indeed.
And that's a look at stories making news. What do you have in sports tonight, Shane?
It's probably not looking good for your Dolphins tonight, but you know who's looking good for? Anthony Strunch. He's actually the 200-meter final, and it's looking pretty good for.
I'm not watching the game tonight. That's coming away next, but first a check on the local weather forecast.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
This September is a September to remember at Conrad Bahamas. Get 30% off all windows and doors all month long. We carry Hurricane Impact sliding windows and doors, Hurricane Impact casement windows and doors, as well as PVC windows and doors. Whether you're upgrading for style or preparing for hurricane season, now is the perfect time to save. Visit us today and take advantage of our biggest savings of the season, only at Conrad Bahamas. Exclusively at our locations in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera. Conrad Bahamas. Dream, design, deliver.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Doctors Hospitals reimagine primary care. We've invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. Your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new, modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnosis and true personalized treatment begin. With locations in Freeport and 8 Mile Rock, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshos.com.
Welcome to K's Sweet Desire, where the name says it all. Here at K's Sweet Desire, we offer a wide selection of perfumes, handbags. We also have sandals for your everyday footwear. At K's Sweet Desire, you can literally customize your own basket. Mother's Day, Father's Day, we even do Valentine is our biggest time. Valentine, where all the lovers, we do 5 feet, 6 feet teddy bears. I also do arrangements of roses. We have roses, I do delivery. Listen, we do helium balloons, whether it's for birthdays, whether it's for prom, whether it's just you having a party. Come on down to K Sweet Desire. We have a little of everything to offer. We're located at the Raven Mall, 3rd store on the left. Our phone number here at K's is 810-1631. Remember, stop at K's. You won't be disappointed.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Shane Stubbs with your evening sports update. Leading off, slow pitch softball is definitely the talk of the town, but the Grand Bahama Softball Association is hoping to get fast pitch back up to par. President Stefano Bevin says it's a work in progress, but he's confident in the steps they can take to get it back up and running.
We see the need where we'll have to start you basically from scratch with even bringing back a youth development program, probably trying to target the more senior high school to get them more involved. It's a work in progress, and I know from the BSF standpoint of view, Nassau, they were trying to reach out to the islands to assist with pitching clinics. About 2 weeks ago, the president, Marvin Woods, would have sent a group of pitchers to Exuma to try and assist them with getting their fast pitch off the ground. In terms of Country Dean, one of our great pitchers, Narissa Lockhart, would have been on that clinic to assist them with pitching in the Family Islands.
Over on the track, Anthony Strawn making things shake at the World Athletics Championships over in Tokyo, Japan. She had advanced to the women's 200-meter final after placing 4th in Heat 1 of 3. Despite favoring a hamstring near the end, she'd clock a season's best time of 22.48 seconds. She'll be up against the United States' Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, Jamaica's Sharika Jackson, and Great Britain's Tina Asher-Smith, just to name a few. And finally in sports, Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty dropping Game 2 of their best-of-3 series against the Phoenix Mercury. They're now tied at 1 game apiece following the Mercury's 86-60 win. Jones finished with 7 points and grabbed 13 rebounds in the loss. The decisive Game 3 takes place tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. live on ESPN2. And that's your check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Shane Stubbs. Stay great, and your Facebook friend of the day is up next.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
4 years ago, Grand Bahama stood shattered, battered by Hurricane Dorian and weighed down by the effects of a global pandemic. 4 years ago, the Bahamian people put their trust in the Davis administration. And in just 4 years, that trust has delivered undeniable progress. So let's break it down. Let's talk results backed by action, fueled by your trust. When hope was at its lowest, we launched Beautiful Grand Bahama, creating nearly 350 jobs and restoring communities from east to west. We built Restoration Village, transforming the lives of displaced individuals and giving them a second chance at stability. After decades of desolation, downtown Freeport became alive again with the opening of Solomon's Downtown and the renovation of the historic Wynn Building. We revived the Farmers Market and renewed the Bahamas Arts and Crafts Center. And what was once just a promise is now a reality. Celebration Key Cruise Port is open. Thousands of visitors now arrive every week, reigniting local commerce, creating jobs, and placing Grand Bahama back on a global stage. We closed the deal on the Grand Lucayan, ending years of uncertainty and opening the door to real, sustainable growth. We signed an agreement for an Afro-Caribbean marketplace, set to become a vibrant hub for trade, tourism, cultural exchange, and economic prosperity. And with the Innovate 242 incubator progressing steadily, We're unlocking the future of entrepreneurship and innovation across Grand Bahama Island. Healthcare is expanding with the Freeport Health Campus and Doctors Hospital on track to deliver world-class medical care right here at home. UB North is open, restoring higher education access and reigniting student life on our island. And with Maritime 101, we continue to prepare young minds for the future, shaping Grand Bahama as the home of maritime and logistics. Our reputation as the home of events and entertainment continues to flourish, from the Welcoming Home celebrations to revived festivals, entrepreneurial expos, blood drives, and summer youth employment programs. We are rebuilding not just infrastructure, but spirit. More visitors have flocked to our shores. More investors have sat down at our tables. More eyes are on our island, because the world is finally seeing what we've always known. Grand Bahama is progressing. This is more than recovery. This is transformation. This is the result of vision, leadership, and unwavering belief in Grand Bahama's potential. This is progress. And under this administration, this is only the beginning.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, an early dismissal for Columbus primary students. We'll tell you why and what education officials have to say about it. Plus, hear what the tourism minister shared with Abaco business community. And increased pressure for the jet ski industry to be reformed. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Less than a month into the new school year, frustrated teachers at Columbus Primary School staged industrial action, impacting operations at the Wolf Road and Collins Avenue campus. Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson is tonight demanding their concerns be addressed, as we hear in this report from our Cleopatra Murphy.
Teachers were no-show at Columbus Primary Thursday morning, or at least the majority of them, forcing officials to end classes at midday. When ZNS News arrived just after 9:30, several parents were waiting with hopes of taking their children home, reasoning that they should not be at school if no one was in place to teach. We caught up with grandmother Fairlene Carey.
My daughter called from work. This her mom now called from work, and she told me, go and pick up Aria because she been told that no teachers at school here. So then I didn't hesitate.
The issue at hand, the school is one of several that lack a principal, and Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson says the administrator that was assigned has not been replaced.
The administrators who are present are overworked and are unable to make decisions that are above their pay grade. Columbus Primary School, in fact, from June of 2023, has not had a substantive principal.
Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell says officials are working to address the problem.
We are in the process of identifying principals for schools. We're at the commission conducting interviews, and so we believe that those positions will be filled by the end of this week, by tomorrow actually.
In the interim, the Director of Education says senior officers, including the district superintendent, assistant director, and others, were sent to the campus to support the few educators and students. Columbus Primary was the only school impacted by industrial action, but she says officials are looking to fill outstanding vacancies at other schools, the result of early retirements and other factors.
We had some officers who needed to leave because they had issues, whether it's personal or something involving their family members. Some of those matters occurred over the summer. Some of these matters occurred from last year, but because of the nature of our system, we have to go through the process.
McCartney Russell says a principal has been identified, and now the plan is to place them as soon as possible. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, in related news, Director of Education Dominique McCartney Russell speaking directly to issues affecting both students and parents across the public school system. And that's from language barriers in the classroom to staffing shortages to communication gaps. Now, according to the director, the ministry has taken steps to support non-English speaking students through the Creole Buddy system.
We also provide training for them in terms of look-fors as it relates to socialization, behavior issues. And so that has been an initiative that has borne much fruit because the parents are now more involved. And the goal is to ensure that children are disciplined, they learn leadership skills, and that the environment is an environment that is unified, that provides equity, that promotes harmony. Because when students present differences, that's when you see a lot of bullying.
She further noted the pressing need for language arts teachers following the recent release of Cuban educators, adding that steps are being taken to address the shortage.
We met with the PTA because they were concerned about not having a language arts teacher. And as I indicated, we did have some issues with finding the proficient teacher for that school. We have since identified, I think, 2 officers, and so we are preparing to send a language arts teacher there. Now, of course, I indicated to the parents in the first meeting that, it is a process for us.
Well, a celebratory day for U.S. Chargé d'Affaires and her team. After 6 years, the U.S. Embassy has completed the move from Queen Street to its new location on Shirley Street. As the American flag was hoisted, the embassy opened with words of commitment, friendship, and an air of caution. Felicity Darville highlights the partnership over the years.
U.S. Chargé d'Affaires Kimberly Furnish highlighted some of our successful partnerships.
Out on the seas, the 43-year-old Operation Bahamas Turks and Caicos is a 24/7 operation center run out of this beautiful facility. They're out there fighting narco trafficking every day and every night in this region. Our comprehensive maritime agreement, which is over 20 years old, partners our United States Coast Guard with the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Defense Force, and the Department of Immigration to combat illegal migration in the region.
There's also a special unit that combines the expertise of law enforcement and prosecutorial agencies. Trafficking in persons operations and Port Authority works remain strong. There's also a special security partnership with the U.S. Northern Command, and the OTEC base in Andros remains a defense stronghold. But as Mrs. Furnish presided over the repatriation of the remains of U.S. National Guard Second Lieutenant Robert Rosa last week, she felt compelled to call for a firm stance on reform in the jet ski industry.
As a part of our commitment to honor his life and the other victims of jet ski-related and boat-related tragedies, I ask for everyone's collective resolve to execute the Ministry of Tourism's action plan to implement the comprehensive safety reform in the jet ski industry here. With consistent multi-agency coordination and unwavering support from the U.S. Embassy, I am confident that we can keep Bahamian waters safe for all those who visit this stunning nation.
With the American government officially opening its new embassy here in downtown Nassau, it signals a new chapter in diplomatic relations with the Bahamas. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
Coming up, the Deputy Prime Minister headlines the Abaco Business Outlook. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The last eclipse of our galaxy. Scientists are gathered here today to witness this extraordinary event. Simply marvelous, extraordinary, unforgettable, one of a kind. Oh man, that's amazing.
You can't ignore the craving that makes everything crunch. The new crispy barbecue bacon sandwich with barbecue sauce, cheddar, bacon, crispy onions, and an extra large chicken fillet. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao.
No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
You're looking at a shot there of the British Colonial Hotel on Marlborough Street in the heart of Nassau. It is the capital's oldest continuous hotel, first built in 1901 but destroyed by fire in 1922 and reopened in 1924. That shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Welcome back. It's a multi-million-dollar overspend and questions have gone unanswered. The head of the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority is tonight addressing the issue and sharing what's next for the authority. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
Executive Chairman of the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority, Michael Bonnaby, is defending the authorities exceeding its budget by $7 million, also defending against criticism of the deteriorating conditions of local parks.
It may be a matter of semantics, but the fact of the matter is when we get to the midterm budget, the government decides what it wants to do in terms of reallocation. And so it's a reallocation exercise. I don't view it as an overspending exercise.
The authority had a $24 million budget for the 2024-2025 fiscal year, but spent $31 million between July 2024 and March 2025. As for the state of the parks in the country, Chairman Bonnaby says the authority manages more than 220 parks. He acknowledges that some of them were never touched during the COVID-19 pandemic under the Minnis administration when people were being paid.
The fact of the matter is we feel that there should have been persons working on those parks during that period, but the buck stops here. And so there were many challenges, as I spoke to inside my speech. We had to deal with a lot of fiscal responsibility matters that were left undone. We had to deal with our funding. We had to deal with audit reports that the authority has never tabled any audit reports.
He says staff have been ramped up in the accounts department, and for the first time, the authority will be able to table an audit report. The executive chairman, speaking at the launch of MobiMat Thursday, says the investment took half its term, but is a part of good governance, citing the hiring of security officers, bathroom attendants, and an investment in a state-of-the-art building as some of the authority's accomplishments since he assumed the post.
So if we look at what is happening at parks and beaches myopically, and just simply say that why isn't this park done or that park done, I want to have a fulsome conversation regarding where parks and beaches is at. So I intend to do a media run. I intend to come to ZNS and other media houses to give a full account of everything which would have happened at parks and beaches.
As for parks and green spaces, Bonnaby anticipates improvement work will begin before the end of the year. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, Abaconians today assured of the government's commitment to help rebuild that Family Island community 6 years post-Hurricane Dorian. Addressing that island's business outlook this morning, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper assured that the government is dedicated to turning setbacks into opportunities.
This might sometimes sound fanciful, but I don't believe there's any point in dreaming for Abaco if we cannot make the dreams grand. So whatever the reasons we haven't gotten things done as they should, we want to acknowledge them and we want to double down on our commitment.
We shift our focus now to news from the police who are on the ground in Nassau Village early this morning following reports of a man being stabbed. Detectives have so far gathered that a relative who went to check on the victim noticed something was wrong when he didn't respond. Now, investigating officers later discovered that the victim in his mid-20s had multiple stab wounds to the upper body and autopsies to determine the exact cause of death. Authorities are also relying on CCTV footage to assist with investigations. Well, we can also tell you tonight that teams from the Department of Urban Renewal have been on the ground in eastern New Providence conducting assessments of the damage sustained following Friday night's microburst. The minister responsible for urban renewal, the Honourable Keith Bell, assured that help is on the way.
I am pleased to report that a number of homeowners, they do have insurance, and so they have indicated that they are going to their insurance. They just ask us for some tarp to cover the roofs, etc. And there are a few families who do not have insurance, and so the government, urban renewal is on the ground, and I anticipate by as early as later this week or early next week, they would start the repairs on those homes right away.
Well, accessing the beach is something many of us don't often think about, but a government agency today considered the limitations of those challenged by mobility. Cleopatra Murphy shares what officials are doing to make accessibility easier for all.
The Bahamas Public Parks and Beaches Authority is making it easier for the physically disabled to access the country's beaches, starting at Goodman's Bay with the launch of MobiMat. The installation of the pathway made from recycled material will allow wheelchaired individuals to roll all the way up to the water. Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, the Honourable Clay Sweeting, says what seems small for us makes a big difference for the disabled.
It is a non-slip, portable, and does not require digging concrete or tar, ensuring we protect our environment with improving access. This is more than just a mat on the sand. This is a statement of inclusion. It aligns with our natural commitment for accessibility, sustainability, and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Chairman of the Bahamas Public Parks and Beaches Authority, Mikhail Bonamy, says the MobiMat comes with a price tag between $8,000 and $10,000. He claims before year's end, the plan is to add the installation to Saunders Beach, Montague, and Long Wharf. He explains why they started with Goodman's Bay.
Where are Bahamians going mostly to enjoy the beach? And so that was our number one factor. The tourists is something that we factored in as well. We have record-breaking numbers of tourists coming to our country. We have 11 million tourists, which is unprecedented. And so that was a factor as well. We want to provide access to everyone.
President of the Bahamas Association for the Physically Disabled, Charlotte Albury, says the mat represents inclusion, accessibility, and dignity.
Too often, we take for granted that we can step out of our cars, walk down to the shore, and dive into the sea. But for someone in a wheelchair, that simple joy is almost impossible. The MobiMat changes that reality.
He says officials will travel to Cat Island, Exuma, Andros, and Eleuthera next month with the aim of adding the mat to beaches on other islands. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, a big day for the country's telecommunications giant as they recognize more than 50 long-serving employees. LaDawn Davis is live amidst the celebrations. Good evening, LaDawn.
Well, I'm standing outside the ballroom here at Government House where about 68 long-service employees of the Bahamas Telecommunications Company, or BTC, will be honored for 30, 35, and 40 years of service to the company. Now, one of the honorees is our very own president of the Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union, Sherry Benjamin. Now, some of the speakers will include CEO Samir Bhatti and chairman of BTC, Valentine Grimes. Now, as the saying goes at BTC, they're definitely feeling the vibes. Back to you in studio.
Well, thanks so much, and congratulations to all those deserving employees.
This portion of the news is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive Fiber services when you port your landline.
Wait, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. They have a special on all the large 1 topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
Do I need the $10 special plate?
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Get this straight to our new sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, ASAP.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, quick.
New sales and marketing office in Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor, on my way.
Sales and Marketing Office, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor.
You could have caught a ride with me. We're only a block away from ZNS.
ZNS Sales and Marketing has moved to the 5th floor, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West. For more information, call 502-3800.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
The Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas is looking to strengthen ties across the Caribbean. Following a recent visit to Television Jamaica in Kingston, ZNS execs are exploring regional partnerships aimed at expanding content, sharing, training, and collaborating. Anika Bannister reports.
Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas is looking to strengthen ties across the Caribbean. Following a recent visit to Television Jamaica in Kingston, ZNS executives are exploring regional partnerships aimed at expanding content and sharing training and collaboration opportunities. Television Jamaica is one of 3 major TV stations in Jamaica and is a subsidiary of the RGR Gleaner Communications Group. TVJ plays a leadership role in Jamaica's switch from analog to digital broadcast. Head of TV business for the RGR Gleaner Communications Group, Ranford Ricketts, says that he believes traditional TV stations must always pivot and stay relevant.
I just want to say we appreciate the approach for strategic partnerships. Partnerships underpin what we believe in and what we do here at the RGR Gleaner Group. And especially since the new direction that we are going in, we have already started forging some partnerships. And you will see a couple of things manifesting itself in the very near future from those partnerships. So traditional channels at ZNS and ourselves have to find ways to pivot, ways to grow, and ways to stay relevant, because if we don't, we are going to then make yourself irrelevant, and that's not something that we can afford.
General Manager of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, Clint Watson, says that this partnership with Television Jamaica is a critical step forward and believes a stronger presence in the region will boost the corporation's presence.
This partnership with TVJ to share information when it comes to news and be able to collaborate on efforts in news, be able to collaborate on programming, be able to share information between our 2 countries is critical. And it just was second nature to me that this is where we ought to be talking to and collaborating with and making sure that we have a stronger presence and that we can do things well.
Chairman Picewell Forbes says Jamaica and the Bahamas share much in common, from civic life to sports.
There's a lot of commonality. The idiosyncrasies are there. Yeah. I had some great time here, and when it comes to Jamaica, there's so much that we share in common. Our church, our civic life, and our people. And there are so many great stories to tell. I mean, like, for example, many of our students excel academically here in sports and also academically for the Jamaica.
With new partnerships on the horizon, ZNS envisions a stronger Caribbean media landscape. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Arnika Bannister.
Well, thanks, Anika. Well, going solo tonight is Royston, who's going to give us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
Absolutely. Good evening, Makushla. I am flying solo tonight. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. And speaking of cookie, we have sweet treats later up on the show. Maxire Dvau is with us tonight, and we're going to be decorating some cookies. A very first for me. I don't know if you've ever done that before.
Yes, I have.
You have?
We'll see how you do when Access Tonight comes up. Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Diet-friendly special.
All we means
collective hope.
Togetherness.
Sharing resources, you're sharing energy, and you're sharing a common goal.
All we means community.
We jamming.
A shared history.
Coming together to share their ideas.
All we is one family. All we is one.
The journey that we share.
Stronger together.
A perpetual collaborative effort that's built on community. That's what all we means to me.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything.
Like wearing a Balloon Man costume?
Or turning into a tuba?
No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesar.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Get to grow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow.
Meet Shavara Roker, a powerhouse in agriculture who's been breaking barriers and raising the bar in the industry. Today, we get a closer look at her latest accomplishment, the launch of Chickcharney Farms Marketplace.
Whatever is available seasonally, they will find here. So we're in transition now from seasonal fruits to vegetables. So those that are starting new diet plans or have a specific way to eat because of maybe health issues, that kind of thing, anything that's grown local, you will find here. An assortment of local, organic, fresh, and Bahamian produce and seasonal fruit here at Chickcharney Farms Marketplace.
Though the storefront has only been open for a few months, Roker says the support from the community has already been inspiring.
The reception here has been, honestly, in the short 6 to 7 months that we've been operating, has been mind-blowing. We've seen followers, people's names that we're familiar with, actually come into the store. And so for us, putting a name to the face, it's been rewarding. Interacting with people, it's been rewarding. And honestly, my kids, you will see them every weekend here working with me. That has also been rewarding.
And the recognition doesn't stop there. Shavara has once again been nominated for Female Farmer of the Year at the 2025 Agrarian Awards. That's 2 years in a row. She tells us how grateful she is for the honor.
I grew up in farming, but for the last 13 years, this has been a profession for me. This is all I've been focused on. What has been most rewarding is the fact that we have support from so many people across the length and breadth of the Bahamas. I mean, what would be the sense of you creating a product or a service and having no one to take advantage of it? So we really appreciate those that have supported us over the last 13 years.
Want to see Shavara and many other trailblazing farmers in action? Don't miss the Agrarian Awards, happening Saturday, October 18th at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort. Tickets are going fast, so grab yours while they last. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
A new era is dawning in Grand Bahama. An opportunity, it's knocking louder than ever. Introducing Tract B, Bahama Reef Yacht and Country Club, Unit 1. A prime corner commercial property, footsteps from the Port Lacaya Marketplace, crystal clear waters and white sandy beaches. This expansive 4.8-acre tract is zoned for commercial and multi-use development. Envision a thriving restaurant, a boutique hotel, or an entertainment hub unique to your vision come to life. You can live, work, play, and learn in paradise when you seize this rare opportunity today. Collaborate with DEFCO and let's shape the future of Grand Bahama Island together.
Get this straight to our new sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, ASAP.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, quick.
New sales and marketing office in Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor. On my way.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor.
You could have caught a ride with me. We're only a block away from ZNS.
ZNS Sales and Marketing has moved to the 5th floor, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West. For more information, call 502-3800.
The third annual Fly Fishing Homecoming Conclave is underway at the Courtyard Marriott. We have those details straight ahead. And Rotarians show out at Queens College. Absolutely wonderful news there. Plus, 11th and 12th graders at C.W. Saunders Baptist School are being recruited by Harding University officials. A great opportunity to achieve tertiary education. And coming up in sports, Anthony Strawn battles through injury to lock up her spot in the women's 200-meter finals.
News Tonight Access Now starts now.
Truman Capote once said, failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. And he could not be more correct. Good evening, everyone. I'm Royson Jones, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. As you can see, I'm riding solo tonight, and I'm not sure how true it is, but I'm being told by sources that Marlena won the lotto and just ran off. While I have no ocular proof of this, let's just say she hasn't responded to any of my texts and her to donate to many of my worthy causes, including a new Mercedes-Benz. I'm kidding, of course. She'll be back tomorrow night for Entertainment Friday. For now, let's dive right into the news. The third annual Fly Fishing Homecoming Conclave got underway at the Courtyard Marriott last night. 150 persons linked to the industry will be attending the event over the next 3 days. A number of legends who have paved the way were also honored for their contributions to the growth and development of the industry. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Chester Cooper, says the Tourism Development Corporation will provide scholarships to students accepted into the fly fishing program and is committed to supporting BAMSI in its efforts to train them.
The current enrollment of new recruits who are currently in training at BAMSI totals 28. This is the highest number we've ever seen. We expect they will graduate in March 2026. And wherever I go across the country, I commit to anybody willing to become a fly fishing guide that the Tourism Development Corporation will provide a full scholarship for them at BAMSI.
The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism added that the government will also partner with the SBDC to assist Bahamians seeking to open a fly fishing lodge in country, while applauding Agriculture Minister, the Honourable Jomo Campbell, for securing subventions and grants for the first time for the industry. The Tourism Minister also announced the hiring of several dedicated professionals to oversee a new unit to monitor and regulate the industry.
We are also cognizant of the fact that the success of the industry has to be balanced with fair and practical regulations. And our focus remains on collaboration with the Bahamas Fly Fishing Industry Association, our guides, lodge and small boutique owners, and other stakeholders to ensure that the growth is inclusive for all involved.
Meanwhile, Queen's College welcomed Rotarians to its renewal ceremony recently, not only for their company, but for their decision to help beautify and prepare the school's campus before the school year commenced. Work that concluded on the campus roughly a month ago brought together Rotarians, students, faculty, and even parents. The team of volunteers saw the campus landscape cleaned, the primary school playground refurbished, and the Early Learning Center gifted a brand new one altogether. The over 120 Rotarians marked August 16th, a day to transform the campus, and during the school's renewal and commitment ceremony, members of the Rotary Club of Nassau, New Providence, South Ocean, Southeast, East Nassau, Old Fort, Nassau Sunshine, and West Nassau, Showman Bahamas Limited, Caribbean Landscape Limited, and Pepper and Spice were honored for their role played in the education of the over 1,000 students. Altogether, students indicate that when students enter clean, well-maintained environments, their brains respond positively. Officials at Harding University made their pitch to 11th and 12th grade students at C.W. Saunders Baptist School Wednesday as the Arkansas-based school ramps up recruitment efforts in the Bahamas. The visit is part of a week-long trip in-country after the university became a partner university with the Scholarship Division in the Ministry of Education. Dean of International Education at Harding University, David Collins, says the university of around 5,000 students currently has 8 Bahamian students, and the aim is to grow that number.
We're a liberal arts university offering more than 100 majors, but we are a global campus as well, where we send students around the world. We also invite international students. We have 271 international students at Harding this year from 65 different countries. And so the Bahamas is one of those countries where we're focused on because of the ministry's support of students studying in the U.S., and we're partnering with them, matching those scholarships to bring more students from the Bahamas.
He says the school provides a well-rounded Christian education where students can focus on their faith, but it also heavily focused on academics with strong academic programs. The team will visit 9 schools this week with school visits on Eleuthera on Thursday.
Tuition is about $40,000. That includes everything, all fees, room and board. But because we're here in the Bahamas and the ministry is providing those scholarships, we're matching those scholarships. So we're hoping to bring that cost down to under $15,000 per year for students from the Bahamas.
Still to come, Maxire joins us live in studio with some tasty creations just in time for the fall season. So looking forward to that. And on the other side of the break, we'll have the latest for you in weather with our weatherman Basil Dean. So be sure to stay close.
When I first entered this program, I wasn't always making the best choices. Like many other young people, I found myself caught up in things that could have ruined my life. Things like fighting, using bad languages, or being disrespectful and making decisions that would lead me more to trouble. At times, I felt lost, misunderstood, and unsure for where life was going. But then came the Second Chance program.
That was the testimony of Leslia Griffin, a former participant of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Second Chance program during the program's most recent graduation ceremony. Assistant Commissioner of Police Dr. Chaswell Hanna partly credited the program for the reintroduction of school resource officers on school campuses.
This also birthed the School Resource Officer program, or let me say, use the word rebirth. You know, several years back, there were mixed views on whether or not police officers should be in the schools. The School Resource Officer program involves a team of specially trained officers who are in the schools to improve school safety.
ACP Hanna also reported a 40% decrease in violence among public school students.
From we started the School Resource Officer program, I think it was in the fall of 2022. And now we've seen a 40% decrease in school incidents semester by semester.
The two-week program, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, has reached over 100 students in just 4 years, according to Senior Undersecretary Joan Colley.
Its fourth year, this intervention has helped over 100 young persons to improve their social skills, strengthen their identity, build communication, inspire community engagement, and divert from dire consequences of criminal activities.
Jonalie McIntosh for Ed Talk.
You can't help but smile when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Country Barn Ketchup, 24 ounces, $1.89. Rainbow Mackerel, 15 ounces, $1.25. Fresh tomatoes, $1.89 per pound. Sweet tangerines, 2 for 99 cents. Fresh ground beef, $4.99 per pound. Which location you choose to save at is up to you, but you can save at any Super Value or Quality supermarkets.
You will the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
It's time now for your Access weather forecast, and we are tracking two areas in the tropics. The first is a tropical wave in the far eastern Atlantic. We're giving this one a 20% chance of development over the next few days, and then we are also monitoring tropical storm Gabrielle, and that's been struggling over the last 24 hours, maintaining that 50-mile-per-hour sustained winds. But we figure by the weekend, though, it will find its way into some more favorable environment, and hence it could become a hurricane as early as Sunday. So we'll wait and see if that happens. The good news is right now it's some 700 miles east-northeast of the northern Leeward Islands, moving towards the west-northwest at a nice good clip, 13 miles per hour, and that should keep it well to the east of the Bahamas. And our live weather radar showing we have lots of moisture in the area. Showers and thunderstorms over the northwest Bahamas, and that will be with us through the course of the night. Some of these thunderstorms will be heavy at times. And our boating forecast forecast for all areas tonight. East to southeast flow 10 to 50 knots. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The low tide will take place at 46 minutes past midnight. And we'll take you into the northwest and central parts of the country, which will be Friday through Saturday. Light and variable winds. Flat seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. High tide takes place at 6:44 in the morning with the low tide at 12:54 in the afternoon. Now for the southeast Bahamas on Friday and Saturday. Southeasterly winds 10 to 50 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures. And they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Watch this. When the music plays, I'm the first one to dance. Sexy gal don't mind on me, while my rum in my hand. Reggae spread so sweet, don't think you understand. I go in to mash up the place every time I go by the farm. I always get catch, drinking till I lose and I wet. Nobody go watch me if I kill my...
And that's got to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston?
Thanks so much, Basil. Baked cookies are a very popular dessert made from dough consisting of flour, sugar, butter, and eggs. But hey, I'm no expert by any means. Tonight, however, we do have an expert by way of Maxire Dvau, owner of McJoe's Treats and Sweets. I want to say welcome to Access Now.
Thank you, Royston.
So good to have you.
I'm glad to be here.
Before we get started into what we're doing tonight, I want to ask you, how long have you been making cookies? And tell me about yourself a little bit.
Okay, so... been doing cookies for a little while, about 10 years.
10 years, okay.
Yes. I got into it, I think, when I was in college. Well, I was baking first. I just loved making cornmeal muffins, blueberry muffins, and then I started teaching. I was a music teacher for about 8 years.
Wow,
yeah.
okay.
So I was making cookies and cupcakes for my students, and then a business born.
Business was born?
Yes.
This was 10 years ago?
Yes.
But you've always had a love for baking.
Yes.
Where'd that love come from?
I have no idea. I would say it's a gift, a gift from God. A gift from God.
Right.
I think some baking is in my family, but this one is different because I've always also loved art. So
yes.
Decorating cookies involve, art, but you don't have to be an artist to do decorated cookies. You can actually
hopefully prove that tonight.
Yes.
I have some skills, but I don't know if I've yet ever decorated cookies before, so...
It's going to be fun.
Tell me what we have before us in that case, because we're seeing a lot of different items here. We have some sprinkles. We have icing, I think. You tell me.
Okay, so most sugar cookie decorators use royal icing, and so I have different colors here, and then we have the sugar cookies. I have 4 different shapes.
4 different shapes, okay.
Yeah, and then, sprinkles. Kids love their sprinkles.
I think we all love sprinkles.
Okay, right. And so toothpicks, because we need to spread the icing around
to make the
cookie.
decorations.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and to do different designs as well. And then we have our napkins, because it could get a little messy.
Is there anything particular about royal? They call this royal icing, correct?
Yeah. So
what's the difference between icing and royal icing? Right?
So royal icing hardens.
Hardens, okay.
You're right. So we could stack the cookies when they're dry, unlike buttercream. But they do have a buttercream icing that some people use. They call it crusting buttercream. So it gets hard as well. But mostly royal icing is what majority bakers use.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think we're all set and ready to see what we're going to be doing tonight. So I'm ready. Guide me when you are.
All right. So what I did was I did do a few designs so that we could...
These are amazing.
Thank you. We could do a little something.
Okay, the flower one I really like. That looks super detailed, though, so I'm not sure I'm going to be capable of that.
It's easy. It's easy. Trust me on that. Great. So get your flour out. I'm going to guide you.
Getting my cookie out, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone in particular? Or my choice? Dealer's choice?
Let's try the flour, because you said...
Sounds good.
So we're gonna...
I got my flour cookie here. My hands are clean. I did sanitize.
So we're gonna quickly cut the bags. I'm gonna cut... You don't want to cut it too big, and you don't want to cut it too small.
You want a nice, easy stream.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cut these for you. So I'm gonna cut as quick as possible.
I think I feel my inner child coming out here.
Yes,
I'm getting more and more excited as we do this.
Adults love this too. This is a good what do you call it, building exercise.
Is this something that you also offer as beyond the selling of cookies? Do you offer this as a class?
I did it before, but I'm hoping to do it again in the very near future.
In the near future, so look out for that.
Yes, so, but kids, you can also just get like a cookie decorating kit. That's fun as well.
To be able to do it at home, so you can purchase this directly from you.
Yes, usually do it for like parties or different events, like Valentine's.
Beautiful.
Halloween, Christmas.
Halloween, favorite of mine too, so.
Yes.
And Christmas. Okay.
All right.
What's
so
next?
Choose a color, any color.
I'm going to go with, let's go with the red to start then.
Okay, so what you have to do first?
Yes.
You want to outline.
Outline, okay.
So make sure you have a decent amount of pressure and you get your outline.
There we go.
Yeah, you get it.
It's not as easy as you made it look just now.
Well, this has been years.
I'm getting there.
And then we're standing up too, so I don't know if it's going to make it that much easier. Okay, so once it's outlined, good.
There we go. Outline's in there.
All right, so now you're going to fill it in.
They're not quite looking the same. I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm going to pick it up for you. Can you see that? That's the outline here, right?
I'm already going in, so.
Beyond cookies, are there other things that you sell?
Yes.
At McJoe's?
There are other things. I don't think most people probably don't know that, but when I first started, I was not doing decorated cookies. I was doing like the classics, chocolate chip, red velvet, oatmeal raisin.
All the classic cookies.
Yeah, and then cinnamon rolls. People love cinnamon rolls, guava rolls, cookies and cream rolls. I was doing all of those. And then cookie decorating kind of like overtook. Yeah, but people who know, they would still order those classic cookies and cinnamon rolls as well.
What inspired the cookie creations then? Because this is pretty incredible and very difficult to do. You're making it look very easy.
It's a whole world. Actually, like cookie decorating is like a whole world, like how media is a whole world.
Absolutely.
There's actually a cookie convention.
A cookie convention?
Yeah, so you just go and you kind of learn different stuff. So it's a different, like cake art, cookie art.
Okay.
So, I don't know, I kind of just was like, sometimes scrolling the internet and I came across it. I bought my first cookie decorating kit, taught myself, continued watching YouTube videos, and just kept going, find people that inspired me and kept on going.
Well, I think you're doing an incredible job. I wish we could finish these cookies, but we may be out of time for now. I'm sort of like 30% through mine. That's a halfway cookie design right there. Do I get any props for that?
Yeah, we'll give you some props. You got some going.
Maxire, it was an absolute pleasure and really sweet having you with us.
Yes.
It goes without saying, we're going to have you back on the show at some point so we can finish this. I'm going to try and finish this maybe a little bit later on, but I'm looking forward to the eating of this too. Thanks for coming, and we're going to enjoy ourselves with coming up in sports tonight to see what's on tap.
Anthony Strong advancing to the women's 200-meter final. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Bahama's biggest night this November 1st. Join Elias Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground, performing for the first time. Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing R&B sensation Uncle Sam. Get ready for Deborah Cox. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground. Nassau. Tyrese, Uncle Sam, and Deborah Cox. Advanced tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations. Or log on to cashandgobahamas.com. To enroll, call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116. Be there.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with a variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Sting Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, and you're invited to the greatest show ever. Counting down the years, performing hit song after hit songs. BBS, Colin McDonald, KB, Dyson Knight, and D-Mark. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Tickets can be purchased online at www.bahamasettickets.com for your skybox or to be a food vendor. Call 424-6433, 477-0191. Sponsored by ZNS, Island Luck TV, The Farm, Gatorade Today and Co. Limited, Crystal Minute, and Associates.
bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong.
Welcome to your Thursday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. One competitor taking to the track for the Bahamas at the Japan National Stadium on Thursday at the World Athletics Championships. Anthony Strawn competing in the semifinals of the women's 200 meters. In a valiant effort as she started to slow down, Strawn lowered her season's best to 22.48 seconds, good enough for a fourth place finish, and earned the last of the two fastest losing times behind the two automatic qualifiers in each heat for the 8th and final spot. Strawn's training partner, Sharika Jackson from Jamaica, was the first to console her at the finish line after she won the heat in 21.99 and was joined by Amy Hunt of Great Britain. Now, as far as Strawn's status for Friday's final, that still remains up in the air, as Team Bahamas' head coach Tito Moss indicating that Strawn was receiving treatment at a local facility, and Strawn's status up to news time was unclear. We'll continue to keep you updated on that story as it progresses. And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Glover-Rolle. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao.
No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
Welcome back. You're looking at a shot of Long Wharf near downtown Nassau. Long Wharf is a key part of the city's historic coastal defenses, featuring the water battery of cannons that were installed in the 1850s after being transported from the United Kingdom. Those cannons are currently under repair. Our flight is now boarding for Eleuthera, one of my favorite islands. So come on down. Let's go. While While it's no secret that Family Islanders thoroughly enjoy homecoming festivals, officials sometimes use the funds derived from the event to give back to their communities. The Whims Bite Back to Your Roots Homecoming Association recently donated an air-conditioned unit and cleaning supplies to the Whims Bite Primary School. President Cecilia Collins and Vice President Daniel Smith made the donation as a way of giving back to the children in their community at the start of a new school year. Really good news there for Whims Bite primary school students. Let's take a look now with Matea Cunningham, who's Let's Talk Socials. Tonight she's taking us on to Grand Bahama and Junkanoo before the grave. Check it out.
On tonight's Let's Talk Socials, losing someone you love is never easy. The pain can feel unbearable, but sometimes it's the love, support, and even celebration of life from family and friends that bring a little bit of comfort. That's exactly what we're seeing in a video out of Freeport that's been making waves online. It captures the farewell of young Mateo King, whose family and friends came together in a way that's both heartbreaking and beautiful. In the video, you see them dancing Junkanoo style with his coffin, what many are calling one last dance with Mateo. The beat of the drums, the clapping, and the energy of Junkanoo turned sorrow into a moment of unity, honoring his life with the culture he loved. It's a reminder that even in grief, there can be joy, and that Mateo's memory will live on in the hearts of those who knew him. That's all for this week's Let's Talk Socials. I'm Matea Cunningham.
Thanks so much, Matea. We're back with Maxire, and we did finish those cookies on the break. I want to show you them before we close out. This is how I did Makoshla. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see it. I did pretty good there. Make sure you check out McJoe's on all their social media pages. That's going to do it for Access Now. Tomorrow is Entertainment Friday, so be sure to join us right here for the performance of Shine, and stay tuned for the rundown on leadership with Ahmad Rashad Thompson. Good night, everybody.
Why can't I find my own wife?
We've gone to a great deal of trouble to select for you a very fine wife.
Where will you find such a woman? In America. We're in New York now. Let us dress as New Yorkers. I feel like a complete idiot.
Have either of you ever had any fast food work experience before?
This will be our first job in the United States. I am Akeem.
It's nice to meet you, Akeem.
I have recently been placed in charge of garbage.
That's good to know.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Who was that?
Eddie Murphy.
Just the man I met in the restroom.
Arsenio Hall. In a comedy fable, coming to America.
In a test of knowledge, creativity, and teamwork, 9 schools rise to the challenge. Mary Starr, Tabernacle, Jack Hayward, St. George's, Bishop Michael Eldon, 8 Mile Rock, St. Paul's, Grand Bahama Academy, and Sunland. The brightest young minds go head to head. Who will lead? Who will win? Who will make history in the battle of the brains? Powered by Grand Bahama Power.
Clint Watson has been the trusted voice of journalism for over 2 decades. He is your first choice for hard-hitting discussions, your best choice for current affairs issues and investigative journalism. It's time to start the journey of relentless journalism. It's time to start the journey of facts over fiction. It's time for the Rundown with Clint Watson here on ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Get this straight to our new sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, ASAP.
New Sales and Marketing Office, Centerville House, 5th floor, quick.
New Sales and Marketing Office in Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor, on my way.
New Sales and Marketing Office, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor.
You could have caught a ride with me. We're only a block away from ZNS.
ZNS Sales and Marketing has moved to the 5th floor, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West. For more information, call 502-3800.
At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, leaders from all generations, good evening and welcome to the Rundown on Leadership, the space where we believe that leadership is not measured by titles or positions, but by the values that sustain it. I am your host, Amadou Thompson, and I want to thank you again for joining us tonight. What we're stepping into this evening is not surface level. It isn't leadership for the cameras or the applause. It's the kind of leadership that gets tested in the dark. It's leadership that demands something deeper than strategy or skill. It demands values. The fact is, leadership without values is nothing more than mismanagement of assignment. But when your leadership is anchored in values like honesty, integrity, dignity, and service, it becomes transformative. You know, I can't go much further without thanking you first. I am grateful, eternally grateful for the opportunity I'm afforded to engage you in meaningful dialogue that is not only transforming the way you view leadership, but also the way you do leadership. Your willingness to be challenged and to recognize where you have room to evolve is inspiring me, and I'm thankful that you continue to run it down with us week after week. The reason I always say you could be anywhere on a Thursday night is because you can, but you choose to run it down with us every night, every week, every Thursday. We're so grateful. You have options, and we are sincerely thankful for choosing us every single week. As I prepared for tonight's show, I was reminded of an encounter I had with two young people a few months ago. Both sharp, ambitious, and full of potential. I met them while I was facilitating a training session for a client. And during one of the breaks, we were talking about leadership. Now, on paper, these two budding stars had everything lined up for success. But both of them expressed to me that they had stopped believing in leadership. The people they trusted to guide them disappointed them consistently. They continued to choose power over principle, convenience over courage, and ambition over accountability. That moment resonated so deeply with me because it reinforces what I often say on this show. We are indeed facing a global leadership crisis. So many leaders have abandoned the values that are required to lead with integrity and dignity. The truth of the matter is that when leaders abandon values, followers abandon hope. Our conversation didn't end there, though. I reminded those young people that while the examples are few and far between, they do exist. There are leaders among us who prove that leadership anchored in values indeed exists. Leaders whose lives remind us that integrity is not outdated, that dignity is not negotiable, and that service is still sacred. Leaders whose compass still points to truth, to honor, and to God. Tonight's episode is for the leaders who know that values-driven leadership is not just desired, but it's demanded. In a world filled with shifting priorities and compromised principles, values are no longer optional. They are indeed essential. Tonight, we will uncover why now. More than ever, leaders must cultivate a system of values that not only define how they show up, but also determine the depth of their impact. We will confront the myth that values and emotional intelligence are signs of weakness, and reveal them as instead the greatest indicators of strength. Together, we will delve into the true art of leadership, unpacking what it means to lead with conviction, to embody integrity, and to model exactly what a values-driven leader looks like. Helping me to run it down tonight is a leader whose voice echoes far beyond pulpits and platforms. He is a giant in the kingdom of God, a trailblazer in global leadership, a nation builder, and this month will be celebrated as Onyx Magazine's 2025 Man of the Year. He is a husband, a father, a builder of people, and a living testament to what values-driven leadership looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to welcome my pastor, my bishop, my mentor, my friend, Bishop Neil Clarence Ellis. So here's what I need you to do right now. Hit that share button, text a friend, tag a colleague, tell somebody who's carrying the weight of leadership that we are about to have a transformational conversation and they need to hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rundown on Leadership, and your breakthrough is right after this break.
Bing. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill Initial. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas. Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the show, Bishop Neil Clarence Ellis.
What a joy it is to be with a mad Rashad Thompson.
Yes, sir.
And you're looking mighty sharp, too, bro.
Thank you, sir. I had to put on all my clothes, Bishop. When people coming in the theater tonight, I got to put on all my clothes.
Wonderful.
First of all, Bishop, I want to extend huge congratulations to you on all that's happening for you this month.
Yes.
Earlier on the 3rd of this month, you and Lady Patrice celebrated 42 years of marriage.
42. The 41 were good.
41 were good.
The first one was a mess.
My Lord.
Yeah, I almost lost my wife.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was young and immature.
Yes,
and ill-prepared. And something happened to me late that first year, man, when my wife left the house to go for a drive, and I was still in my little crazy head.
Yes, yes.
And then some voice spoke to me and asked me, do you want to be married?
My Lord.
I said to myself, yes. He said, well, you cannot be married to yourself. And that's when I came to myself.
Yes, yes.
And 41 years after that, now 42 into.
My Lord.
We're doing mighty good, mighty good.
Yes.
She's a wonderful woman.
She is. What a blessing. I believe that, Bishop, you and Lady Patrice, I'm going to go off topic for a couple of seconds, but you and Lady Patrice remind me so much of my parents in the way that you evidence what union is.
Wow.
You exemplify what it means to be married. And I think people underestimate and they overestimate the glory behind marriage.
Yes.
And they underestimate the work behind marriage.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't pretend to know what your marriage has been like. But I believe that if it's 42 years, all ain't been spectacular.
No.
You know, and some things has happened.
Yes, yeah.
But to be able to sit here and just glow at the thought of your lovely bride.
Marriage, Ahmad, is a full-time job. And we get to do our careers to pay the bills for it.
Yes.
You know, and to keep your integrity and your character and to provide for the family.
Yes, yes.
But the full-time job in life for married people is their marriage.
Wow.
And I have had fun being married to Patrice. I say to people all the time, my house is a place of fun.
Yes.
And Patrice is the biggest comedian in the house. So she keeps the culture, the temperature of the house one that is enjoyable. And
Yes.
I've heard her say to our children over and over when they were younger, this is your daddy's castle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when he comes home, let him feel like a king.
Wow.
You know, and Trace has not only been good to me, she's been good for me. And I am still today in love with her.
Yes, yes.
And sees her as my best friend.
That is so good. That is a blessing. It's also encouraging. I think somebody right now ain't be next to their husband. But that might have sparked a little hope. That say, you know what? If Bishop them, but all he got going on every day, all the time, could push through and make it happen, perhaps we can as well.
I'll tell you what, in my humble views, the secret, outside of the regular stuff like communication,
Sure.
and it's, you know, you've always hear this portion of the scripture, and the two shall become one flesh. Let me tell you how I have humanized that.
Yes, sir.
And I've shared that with married couples over the years as we prepared them for marriage, and I've applied it in my own life. See, if for me, Patrice is number one.
Yes.
And in her life, I am number one.
Yes.
The two become number one.
Yes, yes.
You see? So it's not trying to say the two people are gonna become one person. We are still our own individuals. But the two persons are number one. I'm number one in her life.
Yes,
She's number one in my life.
Yes.
Not the children, not the church, not colleagues. It's each other. The two shall become
one. Wow.
Number one.
Yes, sir.
And I put no one else before Patrice. And she does it almost to a fault with me.
Yes.
And it has worked for us, and I highly recommend it to others.
Sir. I have a question before we get into the meat of our conversation, Bishop.
Yeah.
How do I frame it? Okay, we often see sometimes congregants misplace their adoration and or service, and they neglect home.
Yeah.
They neglect responsibilities.
Yeah.
I've heard you say before, I can't remember exactly how you put it, but this isn't where you live. Go home.
Yes.
Go and take care of that king or that queen that you're supposed to be putting number one. How do you help them get back on course, Bishop?
I remember as when we were in the earlier years, during the days of my pastorate, and the church was moving so fast, and on Monday nights we were averaging 500-600 people for prayer meeting. It was unheard of. And I remember one time coming out of the house, and I just out of the office and into the service. And when it was my time for the teaching, I raised this question: how many married people we have in here today? And raised their hand. I said, how many married women we have in here tonight? Raised their hand. I said, how many married women here tonight left their husbands at home and have not cooked yet?
Wow.
Some raised their hand. I said, you need to look to the Lord and be dismissed.
Right now.
Because your husband is going to become a hater of the church. If he begins to sense that the church takes precedence over him. And we got to remember there are two institutions God created, marriage and the church. And Satan hates them both. And sometimes he'll use one to come against the other. And so we got to be very, very careful, because in our walk with God and in our walk with our spouses, Satan will subtly try to use two good things that God has instituted to come against each other to be a bad thing.
My Lord.
And there are some marriages today that are no longer in existence that should have still been alive.
Wow.
But somehow we allowed, and you know, a lot of men hate pastors. Because not only the church, but a lot of them see the pastor as the #1 man in the woman's life, in their wife's life. And you expect them to have an attitude.
Absolutely.
So they don't like church, they don't like men of God, they rather listen to a woman of God.
Yes.
But we have to mad in these things, and I'm trying to encourage my pastor now and my successor, Bishop Delton Ellis, to ensure that we understand these things.
Yes,
and other young pastors, I'm trying to help them understand, man. And you know, I could have done a better job as a father in my earlier years.
Yes.
Because the church was moving so fast, this was unprecedented. We had moved to 2 services before we knew it. We were at 3 services, and then the church had grown so fast. Every week there was a funeral. Every weekend there was a wedding. Every time something's going on that calls for my attention, but so many times something was happening simultaneously with Renisha and Jonathan that I missed.
Yeah.
And I've since apologized to them for this. I would never make the mistake again with anything I'm involved in, because sometimes the devil will make you do good things that are not necessarily the right thing.
Yes, sir.
You believe that? It could be good stuff, but it ain't the right thing you're doing at a particular time. And I've had some of those challenges, and thank God for grace and wisdom and the ability to turn around from my wicked ways. Because we think wicked is just evil stuff. But anytime you're doing something that goes contrary to the will of God for your life, that's wicked.
Wow.
That's wicked.
Bishop, we only put 3 minutes in. There's a masterclass already.
Well, I'm only following your lead.
Yes, sir.
You're my host.
Indeed. So, Bishop, let's talk about, because that brings us right into this conversation around leadership.
Yes.
What in your mind is leadership actually? What is leadership?
Well, man, first of all, a leader is someone who has the ability to lead people in a particular direction. But first of all, he has to know how to get there. Because you cannot be a good leader simply with a desire.
Sure.
All right, you desire to do something, but you don't know how to do it. Well, if you don't know how to, you won't know what to do with the people who are following you. And you'll ultimately be reduced to a person who's just out front.
Wow.
You see? And so a rare leader, particularly value-driven leaders, need to have a clear understanding of where the destination is. And then they got to seek wisdom and counsel for guidance as to how to get the people from point A
to point B.
That's rare leadership.
Yeah.
Of course, the other things that come along with leadership is it's character building. You don't want to just be a leadership in spirit. You want to be you want to be a leader in action. In an example. You want to not just tell people how to go and where to go and how to get there. You want to show them not only from your knowledge, but from the life
actions.
you live.
Absolutely.
Yes.
When we think about, Bishop, this whole concept of living by example, this morning I was in a session, today I was in a session for a client. We were talking about leadership. And the Holy Spirit said to me in that session, leadership is opportunity. And I think people mismanage the opportunity from time to time. When a leader is off course, first of all, how do we recognize that you're off course? And what do I do once I've come to myself and realize that, hold on, I causing confusion here. How do you recognize, and then what do you do?
Well, see, you will never recognize if you're off course if you don't know the destination. See, once you know the destination, Ahmad, you will know when you're going in a direction that's not taking you to that
actual journey. That point.
And so I've seen over my short lifetime leaders who, in my view, knew they were off course, but popularity killed them. because popularity sometimes become a demon to the destination. Because when you are distracted by the applause, you could miss the destination. All right? So you got to be very, very careful as a leader not to put applause in front of the people. And then at the same time, you got to be careful because it's the people who are doing the applauding.
Absolutely.
But see, the reason why you need leaders is because most people really don't know what to do or where to go. So we can't let the behavior of the people determine the destination. We gotta know where we're going, stick with the course, and don't be distracted by the applause of the people.
People who are valueless, leaders who are valueless, Bishop, start to value people less.
Yeah.
Have you found that to be the truth?
Definitely. First of all, Ahmad, the greatest victory that a leader has is victory over himself. And when a person cannot manage himself, he has no moral authority to manage others. See, you got to know how to manage your own self. That's discipline.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Discipline. You got to know when to say yes, when to say no. You have to know how to hold up the moral compass. You've got to know how to serve, when to serve, and how to do it all with integrity. You see, because if you're just doing something and saying something but have no integrity to undergird that, all that is noise you're saying. You're making noise and you're just creating a fuss, creating confusion. But if you are not able to manage yourself and to discipline yourself, you really have no moral right to lead others.
Wow. What about people, Bishop, who look at a Bishop Neil Ellis, whether from a ministerial perspective, a father, a husband, whatever they believe you have done or amassed, that just want what you have. John Maxwell says all the time, you want what I have, but you don't want to do what I had to do.
Right.
You can't walk 4 seconds in the shoes this man had to do, and you want to talk about, give me that? How does a leader, how does an individual rather, recognize when they are not a leader? You want it, but you're in it. How do you recognize that?
Most people who are not leaders and get into leadership have recognized that they're not leaders before they jumped into leadership. All right?
So why they jump?
That's it. Well, because leadership looks glamorous, very glamorous. My wife used to tell me all the time, boy, you have to give an account to the Lord for a lot of people because you making this look too easy.
Wow.
And I used to laugh at it, just like I'm laughing at. Sorry, Patrice. But the older I got, Ahmad, the more I understood what she was saying. See, here it is. If I'm called to something, Ahmad, it ain't gonna be as difficult for me to do. So when I do it with ease, and you look at it and it's not causing me sweat. Oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do this. Or I could have this. I could do what he's doing. God ain't curry favor and all that. And God is not curry favor, but God is very carefully selective about who he anoints to do what. And he hardly duplicates anointings. Come on now.
Come on.
We came into this world. We didn't come here and God said, now let me see what I'm going to do with him. No. We are here because before the foundations of the world, the Bible is talking now, God knew me. We had conversations. Just before my mother met my father, God and I were close. We had conversations, man. And he decided, Neil, I need you to go down and do this. And that's the reason for which I was born. So in my mother's womb, Jeremiah helped me to understand it. He anointed me and ordained me for my particular assignment. So now I came here and over a period of time, and he would order my footsteps to be born in Bimini and to do this and then to get to Nassau, blah, blah, blah. And in the fullness of time, It doesn't happen right away. Manifestation does not come right away, even though anointing comes before conception. Are you listening to me?
My Lord.
Anointing precedes conception. Ordination precedes birth. And manifestation does not come immediately after birth. You have to have preparation for the manifestation. You see?
Yes, sir.
All right, so in the fullness of time, God releases you to walk in what you were anointed to do. And now somebody else who is anointed to do something else, keeping their eyes on me. And because this looks easy, only because I'm walking in my anointing, somebody else figured they can do what God anointed me to do.
Easy peasy.
And then they call themselves into leadership. And that's why a lot of leaders don't have the integrity to go with it, because they're walking in an assignment for which they've not been anointed.
Wow.
When you are anointed for an assignment, your character will keep you where it takes you. See, your anointing will take you in certain places. But if you're not, if you're not really ready to flow in the anointing God has called you to do, your character wouldn't be able to withstand your location.
Wow.
Or your perceived assignment.
Yes.
And that's why a lot of people end up doing some funny things.
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't want to use that word.
Yes, sir.
Let the record show what's a man.
Okay, so Bishop, we got to take a quick break here. As you can see, this is just getting started. We are just getting started with our conversation about values-driven leadership. I want to leave you with this note. Defining moments define your character. You have to be mindful of what you are up against, when you're up against it, because the real you shows up when the tough gets going. Stay close, your breakthrough continues after this break.
Gymnastics requires discipline, dedication, and a strong sense of balance, just like doing good in our community. In gymnastics, every move counts. Every step, every leap, every turn. Just like in our communities, where every action, every act of kindness, every effort to help makes a difference.
I am the creator of Posh Girl Symposium. Posh is a symposium for 5th and 6th graders at Queens College, where they are encouraged to be more passionate, optimistic, strong, and healthy, and stamp out hunger. We collect unused quality stamps to feed the hungry. Some people don't have the basic necessity of food, so I wanted to be able to help.
Be the balance, the strength, and the grace your community needs. Together, we can achieve greatness.
Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Welcome back, everyone. If you are just joining us, my guest tonight is Bishop Neil C. Ellis, and we are discussing value-driven leadership. Bishop, when it is that an individual is tested, sometimes the values can dissipate. They can become less obvious or evident in someone's life. How do leaders successfully pass tests while holding on or holding true to their values?
Okay. Well, I like how you ended holding true to their values, because leadership, value-driven leadership means you got to have some non-negotiables. Non-negotiable. No matter what, I'm not doing this.
Yes.
I'm a leader. I got to lead by example. I don't care what obstacle come, I'm not doing this. I don't care how the backstabbing comes. I don't care how social media I am not bowing to all of that. You see? So understand then, God never tempts people.
Yes.
Satan tempts. God tests. Now, why does God put you through a test. It's just like we were when we were in school or in college, because your test determines when you get to the next level. If you want to get from grade 5 to grade 6, you got to pass the test, the grade 5 test. To say you've done this, so and so, now we go to grade 7, grade 6, right? Now, here's the challenge, Ahmad. Oh, I made a Lord help me to help some people at this point.
Yes, sir.
Because you know why a lot of people fail leadership tests? It's because, especially spiritual leaders, but not only spiritual leaders. We are afraid of pain. On whatever level, we have to understand that pain is what prepares you for the platform.
Wow.
See? When you get on the platform with painless experiences, you don't perform well. All right? Now, let's just talk about Christian leadership. Since I have the bishop title in front of me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
By all means.
We are Christians, Ahmad.
Yes.
We are Christians.
Yes, sir.
That means we are followers of Christ. Okay. The whole Christian faith started out how? In pain.
Yes.
Jesus was stretched out on a cross with nails in his hands and rivets in his feet and a sword-pierced side. That's how the Christian religion started. It started out with pain. It is ridiculous to believe or assume for any moment that you can be an impactful, effective Christian leader without painful experiences. But I gotta tell you now, in this race, crying ain't allowed. Crying ain't allowed. You can cry in private, but you can't come and looking for pity.
Right.
That's not allowed as a Christian, as a mature leader. If you're gonna be impactful, if you're gonna be effective, if you're gonna really stick to your assignment and stick to the non-negotiables, you have to know how to take your pain and keep moving.
Wow.
Jesus didn't call the work off and call off the assignment after he got on the cross.
Yes.
When he looked at them and he said, Father,
forgive them.
Forgive them. For they know not what they do. And as the pain got to another level, you remember he talked to his father, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, why hast thou forsaken me? This is where pain will drive you. So leaders, wherever you are, even though you may feel like quitting sometimes, you're in good company.
Yes.
But that could only be a feeling. You can't follow through with that. Yeah. Father, you could feel forsaken, that God has left you here. No. When Jesus was done with that pain, he won the victory. So coming back to your question on tests, I went in that direction because sometimes, Ahmad, your greatest test as a leader come with painful experiences.
Yes, sir.
And even though it's painful, that does not exempt you from your leadership responsibilities. Which means, don't come around there crying and looking for sympathy. Just suck it up and keep moving. But once you pass the test, you'll be ready for the platform.
So, Bishop, let me ask you, because that was powerful, right? We live in an age now where, and I'm guilty of this if this is the wrong thing to do, I want you to school me now, where we are encouraging leaders to embrace vulnerability. Is the leader still able to not cry and freak out and lose it all, and still demonstrate a level of vulnerability in their level of leadership?
See, there's a difference with vulnerability and humanity.
Okay.
In our humanity, yes, we may shed tears at some, and what I'm talking about is there's no crying because of your your tests. No, write the exam.
Yeah.
Don't sit up in the room and cry, say this is hard. You can't, if you see tears on the paper, you just get a 0. You gotta deal with the questions. So when I'm talking about crying, Ahmad, and showing emotions, I'm talking about at the expense of standing flat-footed as a leader and fulfilling your assignment.
That's clear.
Now, in our humanity, sometimes we are hurt. People are cruel in this world.
Yes.
And sometimes they do some mean things, and yes, but you better find a private place to cry. Now, what concerns me is a lot of people who are talking about being vulnerable and blah, 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 blah. This is an excuse for sin. It's an excuse for sin.
Wow.
You know, it's vulnerability, but there's also accountability.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
You can't just, use this, well, I'm just being vulnerable. What's the other word you always use?
Accountable is one of them.
Okay. And so I'm just being vulnerable.
Speaking my truth. And
I'm speaking my truth. Man, repent of your sins.
That's right.
Repent of your sins and let God fix them and stop this slack leadership. You see? Because that doesn't help people. I remember one time a guy saw me. He said, hey, Bishop, you think this right, man? I said, what you mean? He said, I saw my pastor out he was in the same club as me. I said, I said, are you a Christian? Yes, Bishop. I said, well, what you doing in that club? He said, don't mind that, Bishop. He said, I know it was wrong. He said, I know that was wrong. I'm aware. When I went in the club, I know I was doing wrong, but I'm not supposed to see my pastor in there. You see, that's a whoop kind of thing. But what they're saying is, man, I want you set the example for me. You lift up a standard so when I do wrong, I still have a reach. I have something to gauge. But if I'm there, and my pastor's there, we are all doing the same one.
Who can say
Where's the leadership? Where's the leadership?
Wow.
But,
Wow. When you think back, Bishop, over your lifespan in terms of the roles you've played, the nations you've built, the leaders you've poured into, what is the single biggest mistake you found that leaders make across generations, across cultures, across industries? What do you find is the biggest mistake leaders are making or have made?
A lot of leaders make the mistake of trying to lead from convenience as opposed to from conviction. You know, you have to be convicted of certain things. Ahmad, I served the people of Mount Tabor for 36 years. My pastor, Bishop Delta, now has succeeded me and is doing an incredible job. Hats off to my pastor.
Yes, sir.
And but you know, over the years, I've not been able to do some things that I personally wanted to do because I was unsure how some of my people I was leading would receive that or measure that based on the destination I was trying to get them to.
Yes, sir.
You know? And so sometimes as a leader, you have to put yourself last and put the people you're leading first. It's called servant leadership.
Yes, sir.
That's who Jesus was. He was a servant leader. He always came last. And so that's the mistake I see a lot of people make in leadership. They put themselves first and put the people last. That's not going to be effective because people see right through that.
Yes.
You know, they always said when it comes to leadership, you know, people will stay with you as long as they see you care for them. You care for them. And I had a good run at Mount Tabor.
Yes, sir.
I loved those people, loved the church. It was a lot of work. It was strenuous, but it was a good work. But I'll tell you this. They always came first for me. always did. That's why the housing program came, because I realized there were a lot of members of that church who needed housing. And so we built the 3 housing subdivisions. That's why the health insurance was important. Mount Tabor became an agency.
Wow.
We were an agency with Royal Star Alliance for health, for houses, property, etc. And then we had a program with Colina Health. And then later on with Dr. Brown and them with the Cancer Center. And this was all to make people get in a place where they could afford to pay these premiums. Because what we did was we became agencies, and then we forego our 15% commission and cost the premiums to come down lower. And so when people see you care, that's a different kind of leadership you're providing, because they see you sacrifice your own self sometimes for them. And you can't do it from the perspective, good leaders don't do for their people looking for something in return. Because there's always only one can come back. That's scripture. And if you do it waiting on something in return, when the 9 don't come back, you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be disappointed. So you have to do it because it's an assignment. I've been very enriched and very fulfilled by all that we've been able to accomplish, Ahmad. But as the leader of Mount Tabor at that point, and now just as the founder, nobody owes me anything.
That's right.
Nobody, well, you did all this for them. Nobody owes me anything. I did what I was supposed to do. As the leader. I accepted the challenge to be the leader. Same thing with the Global United Fellowship. Serving in that capacity took me away from home more than I wanted to be sometimes. And then when you would have spent time saving pastors and fixing their congregations that were about to put them out and all that stuff, and then they turn the back on you. You don't look at regret in regret. God gave you the platform at that time to help in that situation. You be grateful that you had the opportunity to help and let the church move on.
And then the church say amen.
Amen.
We are going to take a quick break. What I believe Bishop is saying here is that leadership is relational before it becomes operational.
That's a good way to put it.
You have to build relationships in order to sustain whatever God has given you to do in this realm of leadership. We are going to come back to talk about some very exciting things that are happening in the life of this great man. Stay tuned, because we're going to talk more about servant leadership, value servant leadership, and also celebrate with Bishop as we talk about what's coming in his life next. Stay close. Your breakthroughs after this break.
Fashion was something that I've always loved. I always, as a child, loved to see women just impeccably dressed. But my thing was drawing the looks and mixing colors, and fashion was in my blood. My name is Dr. Jillian Curry Williams, and I'm the designer for Remilda Rose Designs. What sets me apart, that I pay attention to detail. Like, I have an eye for detail. I pay attention to the construction of my garment. I want to make sure that when my garment is completed, that you can wear that on the wrong side or the right side, because it's impeccably made. I put my personality into my passion. Well, the fabric of hope was inspired by my father. My father had cancer, and I would go with him to treatments and seeing everybody just look despondent and dreary. And one day this lady dropped her mom off, and her mother fell once she got inside, and I was like, wow, like God, like, I'm only a fashion designer. Like, what can I do to assist these people? I know God had me to create it to inspire persons with cancer or any illness that there's hope, that there is light at the end of that tunnel. The encouraging word I would give to women, it's been in my heart for a couple of days, to speak to the older women who may feel that I'm 40, what can I do? I'm 50, what can I do? And that's when the fire in us kicks in. We've had the work experience. We pass all those tests. So take that idea that God has given you and put it to use. This is where it all begins.
To learn more about the Women Entrepreneurs Initiative, visit our website or contact us at 461-7232. And remember, empowered women empower women.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything.
Like wearing a balloon man costume?
Or turning into a tuba? No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesars.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza. You got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the final segment of our show this evening. We are here tonight with Bishop Neil C. Ellis talking about values-driven leadership. But Bishop, I want to change directions for a moment.
Okay.
You are getting ready to be honored as the 2025 Onyx Magazine Man of the Year. Congratulations, first of all. What does it mean to you? What does it feel like? What's going through your mind as you get that call or that notification that we've selected you? What's happening? What's going on?
Well, to put this in perspective, Ahmad, you got to take me from Poggy Bay, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is, you know, I was born on this tiny island, Bimini, and one of the poorest settlements in Bimini. After all, look what they called it. Mm-hmm. Poggy Bay, not Snapper Bay.
Right, not Grouper.
Not Grouper.
Not Blue Marlin Bay.
No, man. At least could have been like a Lobster Bay.
At least.
But Poggy.
For Lord's sake.
Poggy. That's what they thought of us. You know? And it's a long journey.
Wow.
From Poggy Bay to Man of the Year.
Yes.
Again, this was one of those God moments. It caught me by surprise. This represents, Ahmad, the biggest award in my humble view that I've received in my lifetime.
Wow.
And I'm receiving it at a time when I have no title. I'm no longer the pastor of Mount Tabor. I'm no longer the presiding bishop of Global United Fellowship. I'm just Neil Ellis.
Right.
But this is a part of what legacy is, Ahmad.
Yes, sir.
See, legacy is not necessarily what you leave behind to people. It's what you leave behind in people.
Jesus, Bishop.
And you could be titleless and yet impactful.
Yes, absolutely.
You see? And so this award, for me, in my acceptance remarks, I started to make some notes this week. I really received this on behalf of the people of Bimini and the Chicken Unlimited staff.
Yes.
And the College of Bahamas students who served with me at Cobus, and then the Mount Tabor family, those who are here and those who are gone, they all played their part.
Yes.
And then the Global United Fellowship, and then, of course, Patrice and Jonathan and Renisha and my siblings and my parents and my foster parents and foster family, all of this collective. I received this award on all of their behalf because you cannot win an award like this by yourself.
Yes.
And so this is, I'm overwhelmed, I'm humbled by it. what has really made me feel very appreciated is the fact that from what I know, there are about 150 plus persons from this city will travel to Orlando with me.
Yes.
There are almost 50 from around America who will meet me in Orlando, Florida, to be present with me as I receive this award. These are people, Ahmad, who is spending their own money.
My Lord.
To travel, getting on planes and paying hotels, and of course, you know, the ladies buying outfits and getting the nails did and the hairdo and all. This is overwhelming for me, and I can't tell you how grateful to God and to all of these people who have stood around me over the years. I'm grateful for all of them as I make my journey to Orlando.
Yes, sir. When you think, Bishop, because you referenced this began at Porgy Bay.
Yes.
How important is the journey in leadership?
The journey is just as important as the destination. You see, we talked about earlier going from point A to point B. Well, in between is the journey.
Yes.
If you don't complete the journey, you don't get to the destination. And so every phase of the journey is important, but understand, on the journey, life is a mixture of good and bad.
Yes.
It's a mixture of ups and downs and laughter and crying. And one day you have, the next day you don't. That's all a part of the journey. You can't love a part of the journey and abort the rest. No, you got to take the good with the bad. Again, Jesus was on the cross. He took that, but without a crucifixion, there could be no resurrection. You see? So the journey is just as important as the destination. And sometimes you got to pay the price on the journey. Sometimes you get some rewards on the journey. It's a mixture of good and bad.
Yes,
interesting mixture.
Absolutely. If you could define, you said legacy is not what you leave 2 or 4 people.
Right.
It's what you leave in people.
Yes.
How does a leader recognize what he or she has left in someone?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this. First of all, a lot of leaders don't get an opportunity to see what they've left in a person. Because they die in office.
My Lord. Go lay down. Retire.
Please don't put words in my mouth.
I apologize. I am telling you to go live. Bishop I be in the corporate world every day, helping these people to go lay down and retire. Go to the beach. Go on the plane. Book the flight. Let the place run.
Yes. Well, all I'm saying is, let me finish what I was saying.
I apologize, sir. I'm sorry. That ain't Bishop. That's me.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Me.
Yeah.
Now,
but with all confession,
yes,
I agree.
Come on now.
So, if you want to ever get to see how you've impacted people and what you've put in people, you gotta get out of the chair.
Wow.
You see? So a lot of my friends, a lot of my colleagues, a lot of national leaders, they never get to see because they stay too long. They die in office, or by the time they come out of office, they're sick, they're feeble, they don't have a chance to really take them. But when you could come out of the chair and step back and sit back, you begin to see.
Yes.
My goodness. Man, I'm having a time on Sunday mornings when I'm in this city, and I go to my home church, Mount Tabor, and I sit back and I watch Bishop Delton Ellis, who worked with me for 23 years as my assistant. And I see him and Dr. Roma and the team, all of these fellas who were around the table with me, they're doing major stuff. And all I'm doing is sitting there. I think one time it hit me, the first ordination that was held in Mount Tabor. I said, I'll be doggone. I really realized I'm retired now. They went through a whole ordination and they asked me but nothing. They asked me about it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, in terms of putting it together, I knew it was happening.
Yes.
And then they didn't. At the end, they just said, "Would you like to have a word?" I said, "Oh Lord!" But this is, when I sit back on Sundays and I hear Bishop Delton.
Yes.
The young man is so anointed.
Yes, sir.
But all of a sudden, I've noticed the weight of ministry has taken its grip. And he is preaching and teaching and delivering, not only like a man of God, but as a shepherd of the sheep.
Yes.
And but so this fulfills me. I look at others who were in the background now coming forward, and this is how you get to see the impact. I was on a show in Orlando this morning. Of course, a call-in radio show. Sure. Others were in the studio, but I called in. And the lady on the show who I'd never met in my life.
Wow.
When she introduced me to this man who has impacted her life. I never met this woman.
Wow.
But she obviously knew me and has been in some places where I preach or whatever. And so the joy of being able to look at and observe what you've put and left in people, that is real legacy.
My Lord.
That's real legacy. Sometimes you don't have to leave tangible things. If you leave character, if you leave integrity with a person and core values, non-negotiables, if you could leave those things in people, all your living shall not be in vain.
My goodness.
When I look at you, man.
Wow.
I remember the first time I met you, you invaded my property.
How you mean? Don't do what I do. I was convicted of the Holy Spirit.
You just come to my gate and insisted that I let you in. Right. The Lord sent you to see me. And you're the only person who's ever done that, and I let in.
Yes, sir.
But look at you.
Yes, sir.
And I've seen your own personal development. You're a man of God in your own right.
Yes.
But what I'm noticing is you're maximizing the moments God has given to you, and you're sticking with the assignment He's placed in your hands.
Yes.
And I want to believe I had a little something to do with that.
Sir.
And when I walk in here in the studio tonight and I saw you so well dressed and so well grown, because even this look right now is fading.
Yes, sir.
But it looks like a non-negotiable for you.
How you mean? You got to go on all your clothes, everything, vest, hat, chain,
so I am very pleased to see how the Lord has brought you.
Yes.
And I just, it's nothing like impacting the lives of people.
Yes, sir.
And you have the opportunity to do it.
Thank you, sir.
In what you do as well.
Absolutely. God bless you, Bishop. I believe the spirit of this conversation tonight is both legacy, values, and impact. What is the taste you leave in people's mouth when you're gone? When it's all said and done, what will they say about you and the way you led and impacted someone's life? What decisions are you making on a daily basis that are going to live with someone and their children for decades to come? You have to be concerned about the impact you have on the lives of the people you've been blessed to lead. You have to realize that you are on assignment. If you're not called to leadership, perhaps you shouldn't take that leadership mantle. Leadership is not easy. Jesus showed us that. But he showed us how to overcome, as Bishop said, the pain that comes along with this purpose from time to time. You cannot rely on your charisma to get you to your next level. You cannot rely on the gift alone. The gift shall make room. But you must be prepared to now focus on what will I do? What will I have caused? You are a cause agent when you are a leader. You're supposed to cause things to happen, cause things to be better than you met it. You don't get the right to leave a person, a situation, a circumstance the way you met it.
Wow.
That is irresponsible, and it is just wrong.
Reckless.
It is reckless. As you think about your role, whether you are ascending into leadership, living in leadership, coming out of leadership, think about the lives you have impacted or will impact. What will their story be about you? When this is all said and done, will you give yourself the opportunity to see it in action? Or will you have to tell somebody and write it in a book instead? Bishop Ellis, we celebrate you as you celebrated your 42nd wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Your 65th birthday yesterday.
I'm 65
Come on now. Looking 28.
I'm feeling fine.
There you go. And you're about to travel to Orlando God's Spare Your Life next week to do this thing, to be honored, to celebrate legacy, to demonstrate legacy. That is important. Demonstrative leadership is missing from this world today. Many people talking funny and got very fancy poster. What are you doing? What is the evidence that you're leaving behind? We honor your impact, sir. We honor your legacy. We honor all you've done for this nation, for the world around us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Before I go, I got to say happy anniversary coming this Saturday to Edwin and Timberlyn Thompson. They're going to be celebrating 39 years of marital bliss. I think it's like 46 years together. She take him away. She say, baby, let's go. So they gone. I can't tell you where they gone because I can't talk their business.
That's your parents.
That's my parents. Celebrate them, love on them. They are an example, again, of what leadership is in the way of marriage. I'm grateful for the example as well.
Can I say one
yes,
thing? And this is really in my spirit.
Yes,
I need you to know, Ahmad, I'm now collecting national insurance benefits.
When he comes to the Continental Charlie, we come in to verify every now and again. Clear the way. Just come on the way. Bishop, come in. You can verify it. You got your official bishop. What time?
Oh, yeah, I'm a senior citizen.
My
but
Lord, don't mind that.
It doesn't mean you get.
That's just time
it only means you get national insurance.
That's it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stay locked into the ZNS network for the Bahamas tonight at 11 p.m. It's the final newscast in the country with the latest news and information with Corwell Pyfram. This is Ahmad Thompson for the Rundown on Leadership. We will see you next week should the Lord tarry and delay his calling. Great night, everyone. God bless you.
After I was in a plane crash in June 1983, I lost my left arm. I had some good friends, came along, fishing guides. They said, man, we can teach you to fly fish. Exuma, exuma. Can you see? Look at it, man. One of the nicest places you want to be in the world. There were challenges learning to cast, learning to put a fly on a leader.